Star Report. I'm your host, Star. It's Friday night. You see the title. Did Michael Jackson beat up Tupac Shakur over Kidada Jones? Okay. This story goes back to 2018, in case you've never heard it before. According to Kapone, West Coast street legend and also a comedian. And on Smash, to my knowledge, is the first ones who published this story back in December, again, 2018. And he spoke about a party. He says he was there along with Mo Preem, who is Tupac's stepbrother. I met Mo Preem, great guy. And he detailed Tupac being upset and throwing the first punch or kick at Michael Jackson because Kidada, who was engaged to Tupac, they lived together for about a year, correct me if I'm wrong, was like a niece to Michael Jackson. Kidada, Quincy Jones' daughter. And according to, again, Kapone, Tupac started it and Michael Jackson ended it. Now, in more recently or up to date here, Tommy Too Smooth, he's another comedian. He's on Instagram right now telling the same story, but I couldn't figure out if he was actually there or not. So tonight's going to be a little, a little speculation. We're gonna have some fun. It's Friday. Both of these guys are dead, as you know. So let's not worry about attacking someone's character. Let's take it there, okay? Also, guys, showrunner Remy Ma has issued a warning to Tay-Rock, one of my favorite battle rappers. Oh, his gun bars are crazy with regards to her, supposed alleged infidelity. I have no knowledge. And you can see Remy Ma on, YouTube. Well, pardon me. She was on Instagram, but they have since taken the clips and put it on YouTube. And she's sitting there, very calm, no makeup on her face. And she's talking about putting hands on people. It's over her head. Bosses are involved. I don't know. You guys, I don't want to promote any type of drama. I'm too old to do that. And I hope she's just, playing around. Hopefully they're promoting an upcoming battle between Easy, the Block Captain, and Tay-Rock. That would be great, right? But if you know battle rap like I do, Tay-Rock has already said that battle will never happen. So, but that's my showrunner, okay? Also, this evening, hang on, I got a bunch of notes here. No, we won't be talking about Russia issuing issuing a threat to Israel. We won't talk about that. We got to focus on much more important things. I voted yesterday. I voted early, okay? I took a couple of pictures. I may post them. I'll keep you posted, but I'm not really trying to wave that in front of people's faces. But I did vote yesterday. I voted for Trump, as you know. Also, hang on a second here. I do want to talk about getting some very much needed rest. For those of you who can relate, for the last 6 years of my life, I have been, especially around the winter time, sleeping with a humidifier. Oh, heaven. I slept like a baby yesterday, and that's why I didn't do a show yesterday. I slept for 6 hours straight, but we'll chop that up later, okay? All right, good evening. How you guys doing in the live chat? Let me get a little wine this evening. Thank you for your support early. Okay. Oh, man, I got a real disgusting topic. If anybody wants to address this. Fleece Johnson, is he now scraping the bottom of the barrel? Good evening, troll babies. Fleece Johnson talking crazy. Did you see what he's talking about? I don't even want to repeat that. But we can go there if you want to. It's, it's Friday night. Holy smokes, all right? Go to area code 415-845. You're my first caller on a Friday night. 845. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
What's going on, Star?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Michael did give Tupac the beats, man. I think he beat him up, man. Mike had a few brothers, man. You don't think he ever scrapped? You don't think Michael could throw hands?
Well, that's my, understanding in theory. But have you ever heard this story before? Do you think there's any validity to it?
I did hear this story back in the day. I heard the story back in the day, but I thought it was just crazy. You know what I mean? It didn't sound believable.
Right.
But I heard Michael beat up Bubbles too, man. He beat up the monkey one time, I heard.
Well, hold
said,
on, because Michael got rid of Bubbles because he was biting people before Michael passed.
Yeah, they said he bit a kid. He bit a kid, and then Michael lumped him up.
Bubbles was about that life, sir. But now, hang on. So, any validity to this? I mean, let's just speculate and have fun. Do you think Mike Jackson duffed him out? Put him down, and because of the embarrassment, nobody spoke about it. That's a possibility.
I know. I mean, Mike was tall too. Tupac was like 5'2", yo. Yeah, Tupac was a short dude.
No. According to Wikipedia, they were both 5'9".
Oh, they both was all right. No doubt. Mike seemed taller. He just seemed taller than.
Yeah. So what do you think?
I think Mike could beat him, man. Mike grew up with Tito and them. Tito and them probably was, you know what I mean, putting them through gladiator school.
Yeah.
He probably came up.
Do you have any older brothers, sir? Did you grow up, getting that work? Like I did?
My uncle used to trip on us. I had a whole bunch of cousins and uncles. My uncle used to trip on us. He made sure we was on point. You know what I mean?
Aside from Joe Jackson laying down the law, the Jackson's father, Jermaine was a hate nigga. Oh, he was always hating on Michael.
Yeah, I think Jermaine and Tito used to get at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when he blew up and he didn't want to tour with him. They probably, you know what I mean? Probably got into a couple fights.
Right. Did you see Tupac when he was? I think he was fresh out of high school and he was smiling and talking about, "I'm a nice guy. These girls don't like nice guys," and that's when he turned into this thug. Did you ever see that video?
Yeah, I saw that video. I saw that video a long time ago when he was in like Baltimore School of Arts.
Right.
He was kind of feminine. He was kind of feminine in that video.
Just soft nigga.
I ain't gonna lie.
His baby soft.
Yeah. He looked like he was about to say girlfriend in that video. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, listen,
he was a stage kid, so
yeah.
You can expect that shit. He wasn't no street guy.
Well, I appreciate the call. Any info? Do you care about Remy Ma has issued a warning to Tay-Rock, battle rapper Tay-Rock? Do you give a damn?
Nah, I don't think nobody cares. You know what I mean? She done cheated on Homeboy. Nobody really.
We have no proof, sir. Slow down. We have no proof, and she's denying that. But now here's the thing. Do you want to see her crash out, my nigga? Keep it real.
Not really. Hey, you know what I mean?
Okay. All right. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you, sir.
All right, no doubt.
Okay. Let's go to area code 604. It's Friday night. We're going there. Are you ready? 604.
Sorry, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you? It's cracking, shaking.
I'm all right. I saw this the other day. I don't know, somebody sent it to me on the social media.
Yeah.
I could believe it. I don't know if I wanted to believe it or not, more so, but I mean, to be fair, how come nobody's ever, spoken about it? That would be big news at any time, right? So tend to wonder how come nobody's ever brought it up before on a more larger scale.
That's a very good point. I don't have the answer, but if you were in Tupac's camp, and niggas was talking about thug life, right? He had the big ass thug life tattoo on his stomach. If you were down with Tupac's team or set and the king of pop, duffed out their head of thug life, would you mention it?
No, if I was in this camp, obviously probably not. It would be bad for business, needless to say.
Yeah.
But, a few other people alluded and mentioned it as well. And that was the first thing I thought of when I heard it was that, Joe Jackson had a long history of known for not taking any shorts. But he was also, from what I've heard, a fairly accomplished a boxer in amateurs. And you know what I'm saying? In terms of the Midwest,
Well, we know Joe Jackson used to tune up the whole family, sir. Catherine included, allegedly, supposedly, I don't know, but right now we talking about did the king of pop give the dancing nigga, the beat down. Come on, speculate. They're both dead, man. Nobody's gonna sue us.
Yeah, I'm saying yeah. MJ had a lot of explosive movements. He looked to be fairly athletic. He had the reach advantage over Tupac. I know you said they were both the same height. I don't know. MJ always looked a lot more lanky and tall. I thought MJ was closer to 6 foot myself, but
I could be wrong,
yeah,
sir. I'm just going by what Wikipedia. I did do the research before I got on the mic here. It says Tupac 5'9", Michael Jackson 5'9". I could be wrong, but go ahead, sir.
Right. I've never encountered or met either one of them in person, so I can't speak to their actual stature and whatnot. But yeah, they said MJ had a real deep voice in real life, and Tupac had a tendency at times to stray towards some more feminine mannerisms, maybe when he was being his true self and whatnot. So I mean,
any thoughts on Remy Ma, sir? Are you from the New York tri-state? 604.
No, I used to stay out there. I used to stay in the Bronx on Intervale though. But I was wondering, I don't know if you've ever mentioned it or if you've ever heard about it, but your girl Gloria Velez put hands and feet on Remy Ma back in the day where she thought it was.
Sir, I'm tired of mentioning that. Yeah, I didn't want to go there tonight, sir. I mean, I've said that too many times. Yeah.
Okay.
But Remy Ma has issued a warning against Tay-Rock. You at the speed? I got the notes. Nope.
I'm not. I'm just hearing it now for the first time. I can't lie. I'm not up to speed on that, but right. I don't have too much to say.
Well, thank you, sir. Good night. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, I'm tired of talking about the Remy Ma Gloria Velez fight. Let's bring it more so up to date here. Peace. Supreme got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Let me just read something here for a second with regards to Remy Ma. Again, I just watched one little Instagram clip. She says, "I like you. You a good kid. Go write a rap or watch wrestling. By the way, I got your text earlier. Winking emoji." Now, this is Remy talking to Tay-Rock. Hashtag I'm done tweeting. It's above me now. Okay. Easy the Block captain, who has been, alleged to be involved with Remy Ma. He got involved with the back and forth, replying to Tay-Rock. "Bro, if I start talking about your bitch, you're going to leave her. Trust me." And again, Remy Ma has denied cheating on Papoose, so let's be respectful to their union, But I would love to have a female call in and just give us some tea here, It's Friday night. Oh, wait a minute. Is this Florida Boy Jay? The president of the Real Nigga Network. Is that you, sir? Florida Boy Jay on a Friday.
Hey, man, we live in full effect. We got to get to these topics. We're talking about this fictitious Tupac and Michael Jackson fight that some bum-ass nigga came out here for clout. And we're just going to be speculating, which is cool. I have no issue with old dusty niggas trying to get their last sunshine and clout before the Lord takes them. And I think this is one of the biggest pieces of crap. I don't want to curse. This is BS. Like, first of all,
it's Friday. Florida Boy Jay.
Okay, no. Let me.
Fuck the algorithm. Come on, man. Let's go.
No, let me say this.
Which one?
Okay, so let me say this. Why the fuck do you think 5 grown ass men that were so tough they couldn't whip their daddy ass after the age of 15, 16, 17, 18? Mike, you on Thriller. You could just not even talk to these niggas. Your daddy made you go on tour with your brothers, got everybody a check instead of going on a tour, a Thriller tour on your own. Not one time did you, Jermaine, Tito, y'all was like, you know what, Pop? We gonna whip your ass today. We tired of you giving everybody black eyes and whipping us with the belt. Y'all was too soft to step up against Joe, but you think the nigga that was raised by a crackhead, ex-Panther, teaching self-defense, was raised really in the hood, from hood to hood, backyard to yard, that Michael Jackson was going to put hands and feet on Tupac. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't care how much stamina you have. I don't care how much weight you lift. Everybody got a plan so they get punched in the face. Everybody's tough till it's time to get violent. And I don't believe that somebody who was so removed from violent areas, just like a Michael Jackson, had enough street smarts or wherewithal to pop off on Tupac and just drag him up and down the front yard. That's BS.
Stay with me now, because who were you? Which one were you calling the bum ass nigga? Boo Kapone or Tommy Too Smooth? Boo Kapone came out with the story first, to my knowledge, and Tommy Too Smooth in recent times mentioned this, and that's what's
I'm
recirculating.
I'm calling both them geriatric niggas bums. I'm calling both them niggas some certified hoe ass niggas because I don't understand why you old hoe ass niggas is coming out here on the white man's internet using McDonald's Wi-Fi, telling us about stories nobody asked for, heard of, or are believable in the first place.
Okay.
Who was at a security and the ambiance, whatever they're in? I have a high disbelief that Michael Jackson will be disrespecting Kidada Jones. Tupac would be disrespecting Kidada Jones in Quincy Jones's house in the presence of Michael Jackson.
Gotcha.
After working with Janet.
Okay.
Like, come on, dog. These are old dusty niggas. Arthritis acting up.
All right. Okay, well, listen, I am combing through this. You know, it's picking up some traction. I really didn't want to focus on Remy Ma and, you know, her I guess clapping back at people. Hopefully, she's promoting an upcoming battle. Do you know what's going on with her league, Chrome 23, or has she had enough? What's going on? Do you know?
Remy Ma has crashed out on a multitude of levels. She has went from Black Love to a certified dusty nigga. I don't care about how many battles he hosting to get in the bag. We still waiting on the album. Where she's washed. It's over with. She's like, why don't we? Why don't we give her Remy Ma the same treatment we give these bum ass athletes who never win a ship or never get the job done? That's who Remy Ma is. She's one of those niggas. Let's start putting them in the bum nigga category. That's where she belongs. Bum nigga all-star, first ballot Remy Ma.
Damn. Okay. Florida Boy J, hang on a second. FBJ, Sunday's taking shots at you. She sent in a donation. She says, FBJ, a light-skinned clown. It's at the top of the live chat, just in case you want to respond.
We don't care about a hospital janitor that was an unsuccessful stripper. We don't care about those right now. We have bigger fish to fry. She's right behind Remy Ma in the bum Hall of Fame first ballot category. I don't need to associate with no niggas in wigs like Sunday or Monday or whatever Brian's name is today.
Well, Sunday, I thank you for the donation. I mean, and listen, I do have to read what she sent in. I appreciate her time. Stay with me, man. Don't rush off the line here. I want to open up the floodgates. I want to see if anybody else has seen this fight. To my knowledge, only Boo Kapone, Tommy Too Smooth. I'm not sure if he was there or not. Benny,
why would they be there, Star?
I don't know. Benny, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Hold on, Florida Boy J. I'm reading money. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, East New York. Phone lines are open. It's Friday night. Let's take our time here. Also, Toronto, T.O. got your donation. Tupac is overrated. MJ, what is it? MJ, put that boy to sleep. Okay. And also, you and I, let's not drag this up. You and I were talking about this story earlier. Let me just put this also out there because it's Friday night. The alleged supposed transgender from the Big Papa video and the Flavor in Your Ear remix video. And there was another one where she was standing at a urinal, right? What video was that, Flowboy J?
The One More Chance video.
One More Chance. Now, there's a guy who did a video about this, and he claims that, number one, it's not a transgender. It's an actual female, and she's still alive. So you did reach out to this person. She has not responded to you yet, right? On Instagram. Don't say the name.
Correct.
Okay. So if anybody wants to tap in, it's Friday night. Let's have some fun. But that's everything we've got on the table right there. Okay. Hakeem, peace. Hakeem, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping. Yeah. Call in, sir, if you want to talk some sports. Oh man, Florida J, something else I had to ask you. Did you see Fat Joe on Club Shay Shay? He was addressing Dame Dash. He said, "You know what time it is." Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen that. And at the same time, I don't really care. Fat Joe has been paid and bought for. Fat Joe is managed by Rock Nation. So, of course, he's going to be the one to go out on the public platform. You know, Dame Dash has been bringing up Jay-Z a lot in the last couple episodes of his platform. So I think they sent him as Fat Joe. They sent him out there to kind of send a warning shot to Dame Dash, like, hey, the Rock Nation vans will pull up on you, my nigga.
Okay.
So, hey, talk light, nigga. Talk light. That's all that was. A Rock Nation threat.
Well, hang on, because back in the day when Fat Joe, well, one of the times he came on my show, he spoke about somebody from the Rockefeller team getting hit upside the head with a bottle in the club. Pow, was that Jay-Z or was that Dame Dash?
Yeah,
you know?
That was Jay-Z. And
I don't think so. I don't remember. I could be wrong.
I know they said they're trying to say he or they chased Jay-Z around the club with a bottle, or around the section with a bottle. I know they had a big old brawl between Terror Squad and Rock.
If you're not sure, just say you're not sure. I would rather you just say you're not sure, so that I don't put out misinformation. You know, let me look in the live chat, guys. Did Dame Dash? And here's the reason why I'm even bringing this up. I'm on Dame's side. I think Shannon Sharp, he's salty about the interview that he did with Dame Dash. He didn't get all the tea and the gossip because he keeps asking, from what I've seen, his guest about Dame Dash. It's like he's butthurt. Sit tight, Florida Boy Jay. Somebody else wants to chime in on the line with us if you have time, sir. Area code 216. Are you there on a Friday night, 216?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Where do you want to start?
Do you mind if I start in reverse order? Because I do want to start with the Dame Dash situation. That was actually Dame that allegedly got hit with a bottle. He addressed it on one of those interviews. I don't know. It was on and I watched it, but he said that somebody threw it from like across the club and it caught him. It wasn't like somebody walked up and hit him.
So Dame acknowledged that, is what you're saying. Dame acknowledged
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, Dame acknowledged that. He said that they were like 40 deep and it's him, Jay, and Biggs were the only people that were actually throwing blows back. So But as far as the Fat Joe part of it, I don't really think he wants those problems because Dame boxes. Dame used to put hands and feet on people all the time. That's what he was known for.
That's a fact.
So, the MJ Tupac situation.
Well, hang on a second. I appreciate you clarifying that because, when I see Shannon Sharp, I try to watch as much as I can. He keeps bringing Dame's name up to Steve Stout and these other people as if he's got an axe to grind with Dame Dash, who he did interview whenever that was, a year or two ago. Is he salty behind that interview? I'm just asking. I don't know for certain.
I don't know. I've never met Dame in person, but he seems like he might have a very abrasive personality. And to some people,
no. I'm talking about this Shannon Sharp have an issue with Dame Dash. When Dame came on Club Shay Shay, I watched some of it. I didn't see the whole interview. It seems like Shannon Sharp wanted him to gossip and talk about people, and Dame was like, "Nah, that's not what I'm trying to do." That's what I'm asking. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. No, I definitely think he was, because he wanted something that was clickbait worthy, and Dame wouldn't give it to him.
Right.
And that probably irritated him. And then when you do so much business with the people that don't like me, then that it's going to create tension in general, because you're interviewing all of these Rock Nation affiliated people and whatnot, and it's like, that they don't like me. I'm coming on here to try to clear the air, but you just want to get me to say something that you can put in a 3-second clip to get people to click on it.
Suckish.
So
okay.
Yeah, it's not fair.
You want to address something else?
The MJ Tupac situation.
Yeah.
If Tupac did get beat up by Mike Jackson, then that speaks more volumes about the people that he had around him. Because if we're all gangsters, like to quote C Murder, man, ain't no such thing as a fair fight. You getting jumped, so you better have your mind right. And if y'all stood around and watched me get stomped out by the King of Pop, come on, man. All of y'all are fired. I'm gonna get a new crew. I'll buy some new used tomorrow. Like,
can I jump in, sir? Can I jump in?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I'm not saying I know the truth, but Mike has always, been affiliated with the Crips. There's video footage. There's pictures of Michael Jackson throwing up this C, my nigga. So all that, jumping the King of Pop shit, that sounds hot. It sounds hot. But now, from what Boo Kapone describes, he said he was there. the shit happened real fast. Mike duffed them out, and they pulled them apart. That's what I'm going with, sir. Now, again, I don't know if this is true or not, but it's Friday night. Let's just speculate and have some fun. Take it from there.
Yeah, depending on what year it happened, because before he was affiliated with Death Row and all of that, all of the guys from Thug Life, they're Crips. So if it's Crip on Crip violence, then like I don't know. I don't know how to read that one, but too bad cell phones didn't have they didn't have cameras back then, because I'd love to see it. But
correct me if I'm wrong. And Florida Boy Jay, I forget. Was Tupac a Crip at first, and then he became Blood because he was rolling with Shug? I forget.
No, I mean, I don't know what he was pre, but I know he was Mob Pyru, and sometimes that's different from a Blood set. But I know he was Mob Pyru when he was
right. So hey, they may have just been in shock. The people that were there, I don't know. I'm just speculating. But if Michael Jackson is catching wreck, are you really gonna put hands on Michael Jackson? Even if Tupac is your guy, you gonna grab Michael, sir? What are you saying?
Man, if he's the money, you have to. If he's the money, you have to. You gotta like I mean my whole fault with the situation that happened in Vegas was the fact that they didn't stop him from doing what he was about to do.
Okay.
Because he's the bag. He's the biggest artist in the world as far as rap goes at that point. Why would you let him put himself in that situation when all of you guys are privy to who Orlando is? Yeah. Like, so I don't know.
Anything else?
Me personally, no, that's it. The Remy Ma thing is kind of like wrestling, what do they call it? K-fob or K-fabe or something like that, where they'll do the little promos and then they're all on the same plane the next day. Like it's promotion.
Okay.
So
I appreciate the call.
That's all I got.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Okay. Sit tight, Florida Boy Jay. I'm looking at 1996. And does anybody know if Kidada spoke about this? I met her in Madison Square Garden. Very nice. She came up to me. It was some concert. I think it was Keith Sweat. She introduced herself. Has she ever spoken? Say again, Florida Jay. What'd you say?
Absolutely not. She has kept her and Tupac's relationship extremely private. Like she hasn't really spoken out, if anything, about them, especially something pertaining to this.
Right. Okay. All right. I want to get some other calls in here. Can you hang out, Florida Boy Jay? You got to go. What's going on with you?
Oh, no, I can chill for a little bit.
I'm looking for every call. It's one of my sponsors. What happened to 718? Or did I speak to him already? Let me go to 929. It's Friday night. Are you there? We're discussing a possible fight between King of Pop and Tupac Shakur. 929. Yes, no, maybe? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Folks, please don't call us and kill the vibe. We're here to talk. Wait a minute. I got somebody from oh, wait a minute. Are you calling it from Detroit? Area code 313. 313. Oh, God. Why would somebody from Detroit call him with music in the background? Jesus, come on. 480, are you there? Good evening, 480.
Yes, sir.
How are you, man? It's cracking.
So first and foremost, Michael Jackson was a rolling 60s Crip. And they was trading walks. MJ was teaching them how to moonwalk. They was teaching them how to Crip walk. They had an exchange going on. Him and Pac had beef from way back in the day. It was more than Kidada. It was on some Janet Jackson type. When she had that controversy going through. And you got to understand, MJ is from Indiana. He is his father's son. He used to get them beats as a kid. He used to be able to deliver them beats too. And aside from that, he would do a lot of different sets, a lot of different performances and stuff. His stamina was immaculate. It's kind of like the same thing where they talk about Soulja Boy versus Chris Brown, that whole little issue when they was gonna catch the fade. But
you lost me right there. But now hang on a second. Michael wanted to have Tupac on a track with him. I forget when that was, but you may be right with regards to some type of tension. Are you talking about the film Poetic Justice, where Janet wanted Tupac to get an AIDS test? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Tupac found that very disrespectful, and he carried himself in a disrespectful way, and Pac had MJ had to check him on it.
Yeah.
So I believe that wholeheartedly.
Did Tupac have a fight with one of the Hughes brothers? Florida Boy J, are you there? I forget.
Yeah. I didn't want to like, interrupt anybody, but yeah, he definitely did fight the Hughes brothers for the Minister Society situation. But I just want to add.
Did he get beat up? Did he get? Hold on, let me see.
No. They beat up the Hughes brothers. Pac didn't get beat up. They beat up the Hughes brothers. They jumped them. But even to the Janet Jackson point, he never disrespected Janet. He just said he didn't want to take the AIDS test because he felt like, oh, why doesn't she take it or everybody else? He just said that if he knew that if you just would have took it, he probably would have slid or was able to have sex with her. He definitely would have took the AIDS test. He even said himself, he would have took 100,000 AIDS tests if that meant he could have slept with Janet Jackson. So he never disrespected Janet Jackson in any form when it came to Poetic Justice setting the AIDS test. If anything, the disrespect to Quincy Jones, which was obviously cleared up by Kidada and actually by Kidada's sister, started dating Kidada Jones at a prior event. So Tupac, Quincy Jones is actually trying to get Pac in and put him in position in Hollywood and higher spaces before Tupac died. So I don't believe that, once again, that Tupac would have disrespected Kidada around Michael or their presence.
Well, hang on a second, because she was sitting on Michael Jackson's lap. That was like her uncle. So it's not like, there was some type of a reason for him to snap other than the fact that this is my fiance. They were engaged to be married. Whatever party that was, your fiance is sitting on Michael Jackson's lap. Supposedly, according to, again, Boo Kapone, Tupac came over and grabbed her arm and said, "Come with me." Didn't even speak to Michael Jackson. And then Michael grabbed her other arm. It's like, where you going? As if to say, acknowledge, I'm sitting here. Don't just snatch my niece. That sounds plausible to me. Cole, are you there? 480?
Yeah, quite honestly, I feel like Pac was never the antagonizer in any of these situations. I feel like it was always MJ that was the antagonizer. He the one that was sparring with a straight up monkey. His hands was on par.
Let's go.
He was connected with the Crips.
Right.
He had money that you couldn't even, touch. He's on all type of opioids.
Right.
Mike Jackson was the antagonist. He was looking for it. He was trying to get the fade. He was trying to catch the fade.
Mike was trying to catch the fade. Now we talking. Let's go. Let's go, my nigga. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, Pac was the victim in all this. He was trying to keep a cool head.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, caller said Mike was high tweaking, doing too much.
Yeah.
Them put hands on Pac.
Yeah, for sure.
Here come this little skinny nigga grabbing her arm to pull her. She's sitting on her uncle's lap, telling her about the nigga. And as a caller just said, Mike wanted to smoke. Go ahead, caller. I like where you're going.
Yeah. Mike said, "Oh, Thug Life. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Let me show you what Thug Life is.
Thug Life. Them niggas sound pussy."
He from the trenches for real. Mike was not playing. You know why he wore that glove, right? It was to cover up them scars on his knuckles.
Makes sense. Yeah. Now, hang on a second, guys. Hang on. I'm looking at Albert Hughes on Vlad TV back in September 2023. He says, "My brother told Tupac, let's fight now." And then I also see that Alan Hughes said Tupac sucker punched his brother. Tyrone Turner from the classic film, he says Tupac jumped one of the Hughes brothers. So Pac, he wasn't a one-on-one fighter, Florida Boy J. I mean, I hear what you're trying to say, but no, he moved with a team. Go ahead, let's go.
Man, I don't want to hear about how tough Michael Jackson was, and he was still getting put in headlocks at 84, 83, 85 by Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson's whipping his ass. Since we want to just talk about,
well, you don't know that to be true. Hang on.
No.
You're speculating.
No. Joe Jackson was whipping his ass all up and down the block. Since a grown ass man can't even tell your brothers and your dad, hey man, I'm the biggest thing. I need a Thriller world tour. We don't need another Jackson album. Your daddy done muscled you to do another Jackson album. Then it's stories about Quincy Jones whipping your ass in the studio to cut Billie Jean and other records 92 times just to go up the second track. Since we going off the rails, we trolling. It's plenty of stories of Michael Jackson getting his ass whipped. We read stories of him getting his ass. How come him and Jermaine never said, you know what, Dad? Back in 79, let's whip Pop's ass. I'm tired of this nigga beating us. We grown ass men. Why is our daddy taking a belt? It's 5 of us. This old ass nigga is still gonna beat us on to dance for this old nigga. What grown ass man still gonna get beat with a belt? I don't want to hear that. And then now you telling me he was gonna beat the son of a panther, the son of a crackhead. He was gonna beat that up? No. What truck? Nigga, Michael Jackson.
Catch your breath. According to Boo Capone and Tommy Too Smooth, yes, Mike put hands on him and duffed him out. Cole, you wanted to say what, sir? Let me finish up the call.
First of all, you talking about his father. It's not like some random dude on the street. This
right.
is the guy that he has a mental scar in his brain whenever he sees this man's face.
Right.
Approaching him. Like it's far beyond just a grown man letting another grown man whoop him. And even beyond that, Joe Jackson was a boxer. He was a certified boxer. He had hands. So it's not, even at his age, there's no telling that he couldn't have still even whoop Mike.
Right. Yeah.
Pac was the little homie. He was the YG. He was the small guy in this situation. MJ was not looking at Pac as no kind of threat.
No threat.
Ever.
So I appreciate the call. Let's give that man the last word, Flobo J. I appreciate the call, so thank you.
Oh yeah. Okay. And you said I can get the last word, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
2014, Michael Jackson dropped a song. He got a track on there called Blue Gangster. Career.
Okay, that's what's up. Thank you, man. Salute. Okay. All right. I have Andre tapping. It's one of my sponsors. Andre, good to hear from you, sir. Are you there on a Friday night?
I'm here.
Hey,
you
man.
Hear me, Saw?
How are you? What's cracking? We're shaking. AndreTattoos.com. Yes, sir. Where do you want to start?
I know, Star.
Good.
Yeah, so this goes back to it might be that it goes back to the Masters. If you remember, like back then it might have been like the early 90s, 92, 93, 94.
Okay.
So Pac was a lot of rappers were trying to get a feature with Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Michael would turn a lot of rappers down because they didn't own their masters.
Right.
And hip hop is like what 20-something years old at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you know how the masters work, how the record labels work, Michael's not doing any business with rappers, and because he has to protect himself. Prince is the same thing too. He didn't do a lot of features with people because they didn't own their masters.
Yeah.
And you
who was that Prince turned down? I saw that story. Somebody came to him and he said no.
He turned down Nas, and he turned down Tupac.
Nas,
right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And a lot of people were trying. A lot of rappers at that time were trying to get features with either Prince or Michael at the time.
Right.
And they and I guess like you asked that question the other day about Jay-Z. If you remember at that time, there was a picture of Michael and Jay-Z talking, and Mike in that picture, from what I was told, Michael is explaining to Jay-Z about how it would work, and he told them no. And that's when you see Jay-Z with the stone face, because he realized like he don't own nothing at the time. That's why like after that picture, that's when Jay-Z started talking about masters, this and that, because he had to like start getting his money up just to own his own music.
Good point. Yeah.
So there's a whole correlation with James Brown telling Michael, Prince about how masters work,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just rolls from there. So like this whole thing where like Michael fighting Tupac, it could have been that too, because he turned Tupac down a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And Tupac got frustrated with him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Oh, you hating on me? You hating on me?" He's like, "No, the reason why I'm turning you down because you don't own nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do business with
Use a little nigga. Use a worker. Use a worker.
Exactly. That's the whole behind the scenes. That's a lot of the stuff that a lot of rappers are going through right now. A lot of entertainers, they don't own anything. Look at Taylor Swift. She had to do all her whole catalog all over again because she didn't own nothing. Justin Bieber the same way. What's this dude? Justin Timberlake. He don't own his masters. None of these entertainers own anything. There's only a few out there that, you know, you gotta give it up to RZA. Because RZA put on Wu-Tang just right, so they own their masters. Look at the Locks; they had a struggle to get their music.
So I have to stop you right there. With all due respect, you know, the entire Wu-Tang Clan had issues with RZA. You know, not.
But he worked it out in the contract.
Hang on, sir. No. For years, sir, RZA was getting all the money, sir. All the money. Okay. They had to threaten.
Okay. Let's exclude that. But most rappers,
they had to
threaten
to sue him.
But Star, you
so
got to
break them up.
What I will say is a lot of these entertainers don't own their masters.
Right.
A lot of them don't, and that's why Michael might have fought Tupac because Tupac was stubborn and he got his eye lumped up because of Mike. Because Mike was like, "Nah, all right."
Well, listen, man, this is what Boo Kapone is saying, and Tommy Too Smooth. These are my sources, but okay. Any thoughts on Remy Ma? Do you not care? Andre, good to hear from you, man. Anything else you want to mention or your platform?
I was just like, everybody go to my page. I'm drawing, talking tattoos, and trying to educate people about how to get the proper tattoos. And I stream almost every day, except for the weekends. And AndreMalcolmTattoo.com.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tattooed anybody's eyeball?
Yes.
Jesus. Now, what is the long-term effect of that? Have you ever heard of Alkaline, the dance hall artist? He got his eyeballs tattooed. Crazy.
It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. If it's not of a certain if the artist didn't make the ink themselves, if the ink has any type of like acrylic in it, then it's gonna do damage.
Jesus Christ! What would make somebody do that? I found that to be crazy.
It's just personal taste. There's only a few people. There's only one person I did it to.
Okay.
And the reason why they did it is because they were tattooed themselves, and they chose that life. But if it was a regular person, I'm gonna say like, let me see your bank account, and if you have a liquid $1 million that you can spend monthly, a liquid $1 million, then I'll tattoo your eyeball. But if you don't have that in your bank account, you're useless.
Yeah.
You're like a person that don't own their masters.
Jesus Christ. Hey, man, great to talk to you, Andre. Thank you so much for tapping in.
Take care.
Yes, sir. Okay. Good man, Andre. One of my sponsors. Float Boy J, do you want to slide off or you want to stick around? I got Rory tapping in next. FBJ.
Yeah. We chilling online. We cool.
Okay. Let me bring in white boy Rory. Rory, Friday night. Michael Jackson supposedly put hands on Tupac over his fiance.
That's a whole fact. What's up, Star?
What's going on with you, man?
She, flotitious. Skeevy, delicious. Give me goose, love me good. Hot there from Hollywood to Hollywood.
Right.
What is he good? I guess like the jeans. Flavor like prayer leaves. Shit daddy.
Did you see that story? Supposedly that that transgender, is not a transgender. It's a female, and she's still alive, according to a video that's circulating right now. do you want to go?
Yeah, I seen it. No, I definitely seen it. I mean, I knew that from back in the day. And salute to all the brothers in the live chat that that be participating with transgenders. All the brothers, throw your lighters up. All the brothers in the live chat who are down with getting a tranny on a Friday or Saturday night.
Well, hang on, Rory. Now, with all due respect, you engaged, right, with a blonde trans.
Yeah, I was hanging out with my black friends.
Okay,
coke that night.
Okay, but now you admit it. No, I'm not trying to clown you. You admitted to it. You had a transgender top you off, right?
Yeah. I was hanging out with my black friends, and I had a drug addiction, and they led me down the devil's path.
Oh, you're blaming the blacks.
As they do.
He's blaming the blacks. Okay, come on.
Oh, those evil black bastards. Yeah, Star, I'll be honest with you. I'm not surprised that Michael Jackson put the beats on Tupac.
Okay.
Come on, man. Michael Jackson raised around, he had 5 brothers and an abusive black father. So if anything, he could take a punch by the time he got into a fight with Tupac. A fight ain't nothing. If you got a couple brothers, am I wrong?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, man. If you got a couple of older brothers and some younger brothers, and you got an abusive father, alcoholic, drug addict father, you could definitely take a beating, man. And you've been fighting for a while. Tupac was kind of girly,
I don't know if Joe Jackson did drugs. Let's slow that down. It's been documented.
Oh, is that not?
I don't know. I don't know for certain. Slow down. We don't know that for certain. Slow down.
Go
ahead.
I'm pretty sure Joe Jackson enjoyed the finer things of Hollywood, but
you have no proof. White boy, slow down. That's my point. The Jackson estate can sue niggas. Slow down. Again, move on.
Well, he was an abusive father. That we can say that, right?
This we know. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. And and Tupac was a single. He had he came from a single mom. I think he had a sister. So he didn't know how to fight. And he moved around his whole life and went to he was like that show back in the day, Fame. He was one of them zesty black dudes, got into Fame. He might have taken some acting classes, but he had to take.
I'm gonna live forever. Now hang on a second. Florida Boy Jay, was he raised with a stepfather? Tupac, his father was in the penitentiary. What about his stepfather?
Matulu Shakur. Yeah, Matulu Shakur, but he got locked up around Tupac's adolescence.
Okay.
So he didn't have a consistent father in the household his whole childhood.
So was he raised with his sister? Raised with his sister?
Yeah, raised with his mom and his sister predominantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was probably playing with the dolls, helping his sister do Barbie's hair.
All that, yeah. He was, instead of learning how to barbecue, he was making casseroles. You know what I'm saying? Instead of learning how to season the ribs and the goddamn, and make some oxtail out back and have a beer. He was washing collard greens in the bathtub like Kamala Harris. So Tupac really wasn't masculine at all. Let's keep it real. I mean, King Tut just came home. King Tut from Brooklyn, the one that put it on him supposedly in Quad Studios in '94. He just came home, so this is a perfect that we're gonna go in on Tupac tonight. Pac really wasn't like that. He ran from his beef, man. And not only did the Brooklyn dudes run him out of New York, and he was set up, he went up to Clinton, but he went straight from Clinton Correctional Facility straight to LA. He didn't hit the streets. He didn't try to get no payback. What he did, he went to LA and was like, okay, Now I'm a LA dude. Now I'm a Pyro. Even though I never lived here, I'm not from here. All of a sudden, I'm a Pyro.
White boy Rory going 10 toes down.
Come on, man. This dude, he was, could he rhyme? Yeah, he could rhyme. But if we're going to talk, was Pac in the street or something like that, does he deserve to be immortalized? Now, he was kind of a sucker. He was kind of like a Chris Brown. What's the difference between Chris Brown running around screaming Fruit Town and Tupac running around screaming Pyro? You got chased out of New York, bro. That Brooklyn dudes put it to you. You was lucky that Dr. Dre and them flew you out there. And then all of a sudden you want to claim a whole nother culture. You know what I'm saying?
Hang on, Rory. Florida Boy J, any response, or do we just let him cook? Do we let him cook? Florida Boy J.
Yeah. No, with addressing what he's saying about Tupac, I do believe that Big Stretch, his homeboy who was playing both sides, did get killed. The anniversary, a year after Tupac got shot in New York, he got killed in Queens. Tupac, I understand what he's saying about Tupac and Chris Brown, joining gangs late.
Pac had nothing to do with that.
I get popping up the cultures, right? About, with the Chris Brown and the Tupac point about the gangs. But that
talking about Stretch from Live Squad.
Yeah. But what I'm saying about the point about adapting certain cultures from other regions, why do we have Blood and Crip sets all in New York? They've been turned out by Cali niggas, you know what I'm saying? And then Biggie, the best nigga from New York from them got sent back in the box by Cali niggas. So I don't know, especially when we want to talk about who's adapting certain cultures and faking the funk. I don't understand when we have Blood and Crip sets in New York. Right. And those were established.
I think that's going someplace else. We're just talking about, did Michael Jackson put hands on Tupac? You say no.
Yeah, but even with that, with Tupac, he shot two off-duty cops. He's known to get in fights. He's known to put hands and feet on people. Yeah. He's known to have a rough
upbringing. He put hands on feet on who?
I don't believe.
They shot him in his head.
I never heard any stories out of my. I never heard any stories.
Who do you? What he did?
Hand on. Hold on, Rory. Hold on. I never heard any stories of Michael Jackson.
Rory, let him talk. Let him talk.
Rory, jump on a train and go down to Brooklyn and handle his business.
Let him talk, Rory. Let him talk. That Florida J.
Yeah, I never. Just if we want to just start spitting out facts, I never heard Michael Jackson ever putting hands on anybody outside of a goddamn monkey called Bubbles. I never heard Michael Jackson, like I said, until we get a story that he finally put Joe Jackson in the headlock after 3 goddamn albums. Being a grown ass man, he finally switched on his own daddy. I don't want to hear about Michael Jackson being tough enough to he didn't run down on Billy Ocean. He didn't run down on Prince after Prince tried to kill him. He didn't run down on nobody in the industry. So I don't want to hear.
Can you give us details? Prince tried to kill him. How? Prince
tried to kill this nigga after Michael Jackson embarrassed him when both of them performed in front of James Brown back in the day. Have you ever seen the footage?
But what do you mean kill him? There was no physical altercation. There was no physical altercation. What do you mean try to kill him? I'm confused.
He tried to run him over with his car. He tried to run over him and LaToya with his car. This is a story that have been out. Numerous people have said it. Numerous people have written about it. This isn't anything new. If you're a hardcore Michael Prince fan, this is common information. Gotcha. So all I'm saying is this: Mike never ran down on Prince. Mike never ran down on Billy Ocean. Mike never ran down on Jeffrey Osborne. He didn't run down on none of these Bobby Brown. So I don't want to hear about this nigga running down on Tupac, man. You ain't run down the ops when you was talking, nigga. You ain't run down to your own damn daddy whooping your ass.
Okay. Hang on a second, guys.
Who the hell daddy you talking about? Whose daddy you talking about?
Guys, hold on a second. Mr. Controversy, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. He says, talk.
I wouldn't even use that.
Quincy Jones accused Michael Jackson of stealing music. Yeah, and being greedy. He also talked down on Michael. This we know. Well, sir, this was all after Michael Jackson passed away. Quincy Jones wasn't talking that crazy talk when Michael was alive. This I know for a fact. After Michael passed away, then he started, talking a little reckless, and it is what it is. But I thank you for your donation. Sharif, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Okay. Sunday, are you calling in? Are you calling in Sunday? I don't relay messages. I got your email, but you got to call in.
You're so triggered.
You really use that? Is that part of your vernacular?
Did your daddy touch you?
Is that part of your vernacular?
Did your father touch you?
No, you use the word daddy.
All right, guys.
And that's why to who?
Guys.
No, I would never. My father.
All right, guys, we got to do one at a time. Hang on a second. Hold on. Who was talking first? Because we can't do yelling. Who was talking first?
I'm trying to figure out this was going on. So I was just speaking on the Michael Jackson point, and then Rory just got so triggered when I started mentioning fathers and dads and daddies and parents.
No, I
don't know
said,
what happened,
do you use the word daddy in your everyday
listen, guys, I need you to both hold on. I gotta read some of the donations. Hold on, both of you. Just put you both on hold, okay? All right, Sunday, call in. I got your email. Okay, yes. I know this already. Hey, Ebony, thank you for your support, Ebony. She says, Mike is from Gary, Indiana. Fuck what you heard. They really like that. Yeah, back in those days, yeah. Listen, I don't even want to talk about how I came up, but my older brother, he went to the movie theater, came home one day. I'm in the backyard working on my bike, and he just looked at me. He said, "You killed my teacher." Forearm smash. Pow! Hit me in the back of the head. I said, "Oh!" I ran. It was too much. But that was a common thing for older brothers to just beat on their little brothers, because in those days, there was no, you didn't have to have a babysitter, But thank you for your donation, darling. Right? Malmu got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. And that was MJ that stole Martin Payne on that Varnell Hill episode of Martin. Okay, got you. Richard Banks says, wasn't Joe Jackson an ex-boxer? Yes, I'm sure he taught his kids how to throw hands at some point. Malmu also says, I used to have visions of MJ being nice with the hands at wide receiver and playing for Purdell Boilermakers, okay? Had he not become famous? I kind of want Remy to crash out so that she can get locked up again. Ooh. And get that mugshot with her wig. Fried, died, and laid to the side. Wow, okay, let me let these guys discuss what they want to discuss here. Guys, one at a time, or I gotta cut it off.
Sorry, like I was saying, look, I was just gonna finish my point. Like I was saying before, I was just mentioning why Michael Jackson ever beat up his out, and I said verbatim, I'm like, how come he never jumped on his daddy? How come he never beat him up? Right. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I mentioned his fathers got Rory in such a homosexual rage, but if you would like to get to the mic and explain why
Rory, can you hang on a second. Rory, fix the echo in the background. It's killing the vibe. I keep telling you this, white boy.
Get out the glory hole, white boy. You're on the phone.
Okay, let Rory respond.
Put the pipe down.
Okay, let him respond.
He's whacking off.
Let him talk, Florida Boy Jay. Let him talk, Florida Boy Jay. Go ahead.
Yo, Lady Boy J, I have never used the vernacular or been a part of my everyday vocabulary, the word daddy. I never said daddy a day in my life. A day in my goddamn life. I don't care if I was on the titty or on the bottle when I was a goddamn baby. I never said daddy. That's how this whole thing got tested with these dudes from down south bringing that daddy vernacular up into the conversation. Daddy? Who you calling daddy? The fuck is that old shit? And I'm not even gonna bust on you tonight, man, because that's like, that's
pause.
I appreciate
get this gay ass nigga out here. Like real shit, man. Get this homo ass nigga out here. I'm tired of talking to this gay ass nigga. This banana pudding ass nigga. Talking about my daddy. Hey, daddy. Bro, I told you daddy niggas in the glory hole. Bro, and get out the glory hole. Please. Jesus Christ. Get your gay off the ground. Get out of the glory hole.
Folks, in about 10 minutes, we're going to talk about Fleece Johnson saying farting in prison attracts other inmates in 15 minutes.
Please,
You know,
Roy,
my daddy,
please,
let
get
me
off
tell
your
you,
knees,
sir,
wipe
my
your
daddy,
mouth, and
my daddy, back in
understand
the
that
day,
you
my
can't
daddy.
do two things
Hey,
at one
daddy.
time. I don't know why you're reaching.
What's going
I
on,
don't know why
daddy?
you're triggered. And I don't know why you think after you slept
Guys,
with
can we
men with
do one
wigs.
at a time? One at a time.
Stop with the whole black girl
Okay, hold on a
emotional
second.
thing.
Hold on a
Stop,
second.
stop.
Okay.
Stop with the twisted your locks.
Okay, he's on hold.
Emotional thing. I don't really
Hang
wanna...
on. Rory. Florida Boy Jay is on hold. I'm gonna let you go for 30 seconds, and then he goes for 30 seconds. I gotta get back to the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, I really, I don't know why he want to do this, to himself, man. He's a banana pudding ass nigga. He's the one up here always talking about my daddy and daddy. I would never use that term. In a million years, I would never use that term. He's like, I told you, he's the type of dude get into an argument with somebody and say, kiss my grits, and turn around and smack his ass. That's the type of zesty ass black dude Florida Boy Jay is, man.
Okay. Let him respond.
I don't need to bust
let Florida Boy Jay respond so we can wrap this up.
Are we done with the meth stand-up jokes, nigga? This nigga whack as fuck. I'm tired of this nigga who's a self-proclaimed tranny chaser. He is the bottom to transsexuals. I'm tired of this gay-ass white man calling on the line, trying to flirt on the Friday night in the glory hole, talking to me about the barometers of what straight or gay, trying to speak on what Tupac went through or what MJ went through. What are you going through right now, Rory? You talk about who type of nigga I am. What about type of cracker you are, Rory? What about you getting beat up in CVS? Now you had to switch to Walgreens. Then you stopped calling in the show for months after I sent the people up to put hands and feet on you. What about you getting a settlement check from getting your ass whooped again? What about you get your ass whooped by Hispanics? How come you always got stories getting your ass whooped or getting pounded out by niggas with wigs? Now you got it, Rory. Now you go. I say that. You say what you think. I say what you tell us.
I can't just get
guys.
Now you want to laugh. Now you want to laugh.
I got to get back to the show. Are we done? Are we good?
Now you want to laugh at all.
Are we
now,
good?
You can't laugh off your gayness, white man.
Hysterical.
You can't laugh off your gayness.
To beat me up.
Troll babies, do I let them keep going or do I change directions? Troll babies.
Who was it? Your daddy? Who was it? Some big black dude from Harlem that you call daddy came to beat me up.
With a nigga right now. You're getting big fooled by a nigga right now. Why are you talking to me?
Your homeboy you call daddy beat me up in CVS.
What you talking about, nigga?
Yo, MJ, anytime you want to get on the camera and compare war scores, we could do that. Anytime you want to get on camera and compare surgery.
All right, guys, thank you for tapping in. Thank you so much, Florida Boy Jay and Rory. Thank you so much, both of these guys. Great guys. Got to get back to the show. All right. Blade, I got your donation. No, Blade, we're not talking about Russia issuing threats to Israel. We got to focus on real news, premium black news, okay? Okay, I will check the email. Give me a second. Vernita, hey, baby, how are you? Great to hear from you. Oh, Mr. Controversy says, your topics bring all the bussies to the yard. Speaking of bussies, this is a disgusting topic. I'm just going to mention this. Did anybody see a new video with Fleece Johnson saying that farting in prison attracts other inmates? I just said, what a sick society we have become. Anybody care, or do we just not even address that? I had over 60,000 views. You guys can claim, you don't want to hear about bussy stuff, yada, yada, yada. Why is that video got so many views? Farting in prison attracts other inmates. Craziness. Sheesh. Ian, I got your donation. MJ knew karate. Look at the Beat It video. Oh, and the live concert. Okay. Tupac is one of my favorite rappers. He's behind Jadakiss. But I don't know if he could throw hands. I really don't know. You know, Mike was certified, as far as I know. And thank you for your other donation, Mr. Controversy. Guys, top of the live chat should be the Cash App, tax deductible donations, $ Snitch Network or $ Star Report. Tax deductible, I have a 501c3, okay? Oh, wow. Houston, are you calling in? That story is crazy, man. 845, are you there? Thank you for your patience. It's Friday night. 845. Okay, they hung up. Let's do area code 313. Friday night, are you there? 313. Yes, no, maybe. Yeah. Yes, sir.
313 all day, Star.
How are you, man? It's cracking.
Star. I had to look at the title, man. I was like, is this real? Star, that didn't happen, man. That didn't happen, man.
Well, sir, I have two sources. So, I mean, I'm just putting it out there. They're both dead. So, it's Friday night. Go ahead.
No, I've seen the whole conversation with Boo. When he first said the story and all that as far as Boo Capone. No, it ain't true, Star. That did not happen. Nowhere near close to happening. At all, man. No, that's not true, man. Boo Capone freestyled that whole story, man. You're a funny cat, man. He's around a few people in LA, but he wasn't. That didn't happen, Star, at all, man.
Well, hang on now. He said he did two interviews, one in 2018, and the other one is more recent. So he repeated this.
Yeah.
How do you know it's not true, sir? How do you know it's not true?
I mean, he was just sitting there joking, just talking crap, man. He was just talking squat, man. He wasn't really, everybody knew he wasn't serious, but he was so good, they just let him go ahead and do his thing, let him finish the story. They didn't want to cut him off.
Well, why did Tommy Too Smooth recently tell the story? Do you know who Tommy Too Smooth is?
I can't put no stock into that story, especially because it originated from.
Sir, the question is, do you know who Tommy Too Smooth is? I'm digging. I mean, yes, I can just dismiss it, sir.
I got you.
It's Friday night. Tommy Too Smooth said it with a straight face. He said it with a straight face.
Oh, he did. I gotta go. And I didn't see Tommy Too Smooth say that. I gotta go check that out. So I'm gonna be straight up with you. So now I gotta go check it out.
I'm just asking. No, go ahead. You have the floor. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out, man. That's all I pretty much had on it. You know what? I ain't even gonna dismiss it because I didn't see Tommy Too Smooth say that. But Boo Capone told that story twice.
Twice,
and it was off the dome. Yeah, he told. Yeah, and they were like, man, what was that story you said about Michael Jackson? Then he'd go about the story. Then he mentioned Bubbles. See, that's what made it fake. He was talking about how Bubbles came down the stairs and he kicked Michael Jackson and all that. I mean, it was wild. Come on, Star. It was far fetched, man. But fiction is stranger than reality.
Well, sir, I saw. Stay with me. I'm not rushing. I saw someone from Michael Jackson's legal team say that Michael had to give Bubbles away because he was biting and attacking people. So Bubbles learned that type of aggression from somebody. Your animals are hang on. Your pets are a reflection of you. Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't domesticate a monkey. Come on, Star. That monkey's probably hanging on the chandelier in that mansion. Okay. Running all through the house.
Well, I appreciate the call. Anything else you want to say before you go?
Check out Tommy.
Anything else before you go?
Hold on, say that again.
Anything else before you go?
Say that again.
Anything else you want to mention before you go? So you have the last word.
No, that was pretty much all I had on it. I appreciate the stove, Star.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
For sure.
Okay, for sure. Okay. I've got two sources, Tommy Too Smooth and Boo Capone. I don't know, Boo Capone sounds credible to me. Both stories are consistent. The first interview, he was all over the place and just, maybe he just couldn't focus. Has Mo Preem, Tupac's half-brother, has he spoken on this? I got time tonight. It's Friday. Okay. Let me bring in area code. Somebody's calling in from Canada. Area code 778. Late night, are you there?
What's happening, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's Yosef tapping in Friday
Yosef,
night.
how
What
are
you
you,
drinking
man?
on, Star?
What's cracking?
What you drinking on tonight?
Sipping a little wine, man. Sipping a little wine. What's cracking?
That's good, man. I got my nice liquor right from Israel right now, drinking out of rock. You know,
As
it's Friday
you
night,
should.
baby.
As you
Let's
should.
talk it up. Michael Jackson putting their hands on Pac, man. Yo, that's some. Listen, man. You know what I'm gonna say? Pac should have paid up when them JDL boys came and visited and said, extorting you for protection. That wouldn't have happened if he had my boy Kahana and Irv with him, but he had them fake ass. My apologies, watching the language. He had them, you know, them gangsters, studio gangsters, whatever the case may be. But all jokes aside, man. All jokes aside. Like you said, man, Pac, one of my favorite artists. I love his catalog. I listen to even the stuff before the masters, you know, the alternate cuts and everything. As an artist, man, a great artist. But to watch him to see another crash out documented, it's just sad, man, because you look at how he went, and I don't like to speak ill about the dead, but I mean, look at the case in Vegas. And now you got stories coming out about, you know, Michael Jackson, the king of pop. And then, you know, it's like, you were in ballet school, man. Why would you want to go and claim 20 other gangs and go to 10 other cities and claim all this, man? Just be yourself, man. You're an amazing artist.
Well, listen, I more so want to focus on what you think may or may not have happened. We do have two sources. I'm not just making this up, you know. Do you think they had altercation? If so, what do you think got the best of the other? Yosef.
I mean, hey, man, you seen Michael Jackson dancing. He's got the moves, man. So I think he might have took some boxing lessons in the past, add up, you know, with his dad put it and beating on him. And also, like people were saying, the brothers. And, you know, you mentioned your older brother. Mm-hmm. Listen, man, my older brother used to whoop my ass, man. He used to whoop my ass. Yeah. And that made me the man I am today. I'm glad he did. Because, you know,
when I went to New York in 1981, I said, never will anybody put hands on me like back in New Jersey. And it never happened. Nobody ever punked me, chumped me, made me run. I was ready. But listen, man, I got to take up the calls. Anything else you want to tap in on?
Yeah, I want to tap in on one little thing. I know you said you want to keep this the black entertainment news, but listen, did you see my boys in Israel with the latest kill score?
Are you talking about the drone inside with the Hamas leader and he threw the stick?
Yeah, that motherfucker, he was rotting, man. Yo, that looked like the gefilte fish I left in my freezer for a year.
The hate and miss is nothing.
Boy, baby, boy.
Yeah.
Star, my man. It's all love, baby.
Good to talk to you.
Shalom.
Salute. So, okay, Street's got no love, but good to hear from you. Area code 917. Good evening. Late night. We're talking about some silly topics. Are you there?
Hi. Hi, Star. How you doing?
Hey, who's this?
It's Colleen.
Hey, Colleen. Great to hear from you. It's cracking.
Nice to hear you on a Friday night as well.
Yeah.
Two things.
Come on.
Realistically, I don't think Michael Jackson threw hands with Tupac at the time of Michael's death. The autopsy report clearly showed that he had a prosthetic nose.
Okay.
So I don't think he would have taken the chance. But if we're discussing hypotheticals, Michael would have beat his ASS into oblivion.
Okay.
Dancers are very, very strong, especially male dancers. So he probably would have put Tupac in a chicken wing and called it a night. Not sure if you caught Trump last night at the Al Smith dinner in New York City.
I did. Part of it.
It was hilarious. Mm-hmm. What did you think about his roasting of Kamala and her running mate?
I think it was it was all in good fun, but you know, people look at him like he's still a maverick of sorts, you know. And although me a Trump supporter, I could relate to it. They're trying to paint him to be just this totally toxic person. Again, it was all in fun, but you know, I was looking at Chuck Schumer's face, and he didn't even want to smile. Did you notice that?
He stifled laughter.
Yeah.
If you watch closely, he didn't want to smile. He didn't want to laugh.
Yeah.
And Trump mentioned, I gave this man his first check. So don't believe the hype of the media. They probably talk behind the scenes and trade barbs behind the scenes as well. but he did put her on blast. And his his joke about menstruating men was hilarious. Like Walsh is a big supporter of menstruating males. And, I'm sure somebody else wrote all of his jokes, but whoever did it did a great job. And I laughed. I never thought that I would laugh at a religious charity event, but that was pretty funny. And so that's all I wanted to call in and say tonight. Keep up the good work.
Well, listen. I'm from the older school, as you know. My favorite comedian of all time, Don Rickles, and I remember I remember him doing the Dean Martin roast, and he used to give it to everybody: blacks, Jews, Asians. So that's my type of humor. So again, last night was, by today's standards, just very concerning. But I thought Trump did a good.
Do you remember when Don Rickles gave it to RuPaul and it turned into a big thing?
Yeah.
Because RuPaul wasn't ready for his humor, and everybody's like, "But it's Don Rickles. Like, this is what he does." Do you remember that? Like, he was so offended. RuPaul was so offended. I was like, "It's Don Rickles."
Yeah, he used to say crazy stuff about everybody, including the Jews. And
of course.
It made me go to school, and I used to call people hockey pucks because that's what he used to say. But
yes, and you know who else was really good too from back in the day? Paul Lynde.
Yeah.
He was the voice of Templeton the Rat in Charlotte's Web, but he was also on the
Laughing.
What was that called again?
Laughing, Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares. That was a really funny show. Yeah. But anyway, you're doing great work. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Keep up the good work.
Great to talk to you, Colleen.
All right, take care.
Bye now.
Bye.
Yeah, for those who care, that was my favorite comedian of all time, Don Rickles. Hey, Bianca the boss, I did get your donation. I responded. Thank you so much. Jesse, I got your donation. Ebony, I read your donation. Tony D says, fun facts. Bubbles is Luke Caney's uncle on his father's side. Okay. Two-Tone got your donation. Thank you, sir. He says still a supporter. Okay. Ricky Rick, thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, Star, I voted early too. Trump 2024. Yeah, man. I I live in Emerald Isle, North Carolina, so I had to prepare myself for a very slow, process, because where I live is pretty much just all older senior citizens. And again, it was in line for about close to an hour. Got in there, had to pull out my driver's license and some other stuff, and then I got my early registration form. I took a picture of that, right? Took that over to the ballot registration table. They gave me the ballot. I then went and checked everything off, and then I went, put it in the machine, and then they gave me the sticker. Got my sticker somewhere, I don't know where, but I did that yesterday, okay, for those who care. All right, let me get back to the show here. Again, thank you, Natasha. Hold on, guys. Okay, Blade says, Blade, you've got to be upset. So, he's talking about the Mossad. Yeah, well, listen, man. I mean, what am I supposed to say? I'm in business with the Jews. What am I supposed to say, Blade? Area code 571. It's Friday night. We're talking a little crazy. Are you there? 571. Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
Yo. Star.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is AR, man. North Virginia, man. DC, man. What's
How
up?
are you, sir? How are you? It's cracking.
Good, man. I just wanted to correct some information. Roy was like on that sauce or something, man. Tupac, man, was Tupac ran with Brooklyn, Brooklyn cats as boot camp clique, blase blah. These are facts.
Right.
Border Boy, whatever, I don't know what he's talking about. And Queens, the Live Squad, Majesty.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Live Squad. In other words, I'm heartless, dude.
Yeah.
Huh?
E-money bag. Yeah. Live.
What about the baby? Fuck it, throw it out the window. Remember that?
Exactly. I got people in some Queens, right? So Tupac was born from New York. He ran with Cat. He left, went to Baltimore.
Yeah.
And then his senior year, he came to Oakland. So he didn't get ran out of New York. Let's stop spreading lies, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but Michael Jackson,
hang on, stay with me.
YouTube.
No, stay
Go ahead.
Stay with me. But listen, when people call in, I want them to talk. I don't want to be interrupting, even if they say something wrong.
No. Go ahead.
I'm sitting here looking at the goddamn the phone queue, PayPal, Cash App, the stream. So I can't
dig it.
Stop people. But listen, Rory can talk.
No, I think it.
Florida Boy Jay can talk. But what else with regards to Tupac and Michael Jackson? I've got two sources. Do you think that it went down? According to Boo Kapone, Tupac threw the first punch. So Michael had no choice but to respond.
And Tommy, I know who Tommy is. And that's what I was listening to, exactly what you say. Boo spoke on it 2 times. And Boo was dead serious, though, the second time. So what you were saying, just confirming it was true. He wasn't joking. Yeah. It wasn't about jokes. The second time he had the interview, he was serious. And he was like, no, are you joking? No, he's serious. And then Tommy just had the interview recently, and there was no jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but Mike supposedly boxed, did karate, martial arts. There's a video of him with Muhammad Ali back in the day, shadow boxing.
I saw that.
Yeah. So Mike, and he's in the air. I think it's Cribs. Like he Wesley Snipes was talking about Mike. Mike was about that business. He was a no sucker or something like that. I mean, there's multiple people was talking about Mike. Being about that life. So I could see, Mike standing up for Quincy Jones, Kidada.
That was his niece. That was his niece.
That was his niece.
Yeah.
Word. That was his niece.
You see, I let Colleen talk. She said it probably didn't happen because of the nose. Listen, that's my niece. I don't give a fuck about my skin, my nose.
Start.
You grab my niece, nigga. It's on. It's
Start. Exactly. It doesn't have anything to do with nose. So he was defending his niece, and Pac was getting a little out of control. So I could see that. I could see that happening and stuff like that. That shadow boxing with Muhammad Ali, he was throwing them jabs, bro. So I could see that happening, man. That Fleece Johnson, man, he was out of pocket for that.
Oh my goodness! hang on. Now, I reluctantly I watched a video. Fleece Johnson. I forget how much time he served in the penitentiary. Is that a new video or is it old? He's saying farting in prison attracts other inmates. You saw the video?
Yeah, it was on World Star or something popped up. I don't even watch him like that. He contradicts himself a lot, but he's obsessed with me. I don't know. I can't really watch him like that, man. I don't, he said something about it. He popped up on World Star about farting is attractive to booty or something like that. Pause, man.
It attracts other inmates. I got notes.
Other inmates or something. Yeah. So, I mean, he's obsessed. Like that character, he was mad because they were making fun of him on the Boondocks. But man, you said it. Booty is more important. Those are his words. And now he's upset. He's got a platform to this guy that interviews him. So I don't know. I watched a couple of things, but I don't know, man.
All right.
It's a little too far for me.
I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the show, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, man. All right, peace.
Folks, pardon me. Yes, Fleece Johnson does interviews on a YouTube channel. Sir, I forgot the name of the channel. I'm old. My brain is fried. I like to give props where props are due. Guys, what channel does Fleece do interviews on? I think the guy called in. That's disgusting, isn't it? I mean, for those who have been in the penitentiary, look at Sunday in the live chat saying LOL. He said, farting in prison attracts other inmates. It's telling them your booty is juicy. Big Said, is that my homie Big Said from back in the days? Said I don't have my contacts in. If that's not you, What is the name of the channel that Fleece Johnson does his interviews on? I got time tonight. I got time. Oh, guys, side note. I don't know why I wrote this down. I write down notes all the time just so that I can, talk to you guys because I'm passionate about this. This is an old video. Kim Kardashian slapped the shit out of her older sister, Kourtney. Pow! Did they add audio to that? And then Kourtney hit her back. It's Kourtney, right? Because you got Kourtney, Khloe, and Kim. Smacked the shit out of her. She went down the corridor. I don't know what happened. Pow! She said, "Don't ever dig your nails into me again." Anybody want to call in and break that down? Are there any females who do tea? I will promote your platform. I got time tonight. No, Miko, I didn't watch the Kardashians recently. I saw a clip on Instagram. I'm just like you. I'm in the bed and I'm strolling. No, Caden. No, I saw Kim go down the hallway and slapped Khloe. Pow! Khloe, who had a baby allegedly by Justin Bieber. I got time tonight. Area code 609. We are doing a deep dive on the bullshit. Are you there? 609.
Stars, Big Keys, calling out Trent, checking in again.
Trenton, New Jersey, sir.
Oh.
Yes?
Yep. Yeah. So let me talk about Fleece Johnson. That's a nasty dude, Joe. That he got other videos other than the one you was just speaking on. He got other videos talking about nastier stuff than just farting.
Damn. What is the name of the YouTube channel where he does his interviews? The guy does great content. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't think of the name. I was just looking at one ago. I got to look back on World Star. I saved a couple of them.
I'll Google whilst you talk. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, just that, and he got another video where he, oh my God, he describing holding on to a man, bear hugging him from behind, and he was like, when he hit that Luther Vandross note, that ooh, he's like, oh, that get me so hard, nigga. I was like, yo, nigga
is it Hustler's Spirit? I think it's Hustler's Spirit. I like to give credit where credit is due. I think
I knew it was Hustler something.
Hustler's Spirit. Okay, guys. So you were saying, go ahead.
Yeah, just like he talks a lot, but most likely it's nastier stuff that he goes deep in on. Just the way he be how the whole cigarette system going there, and if you ain't pay up, you already know what time it is, and he would make niggas his bitches basically. Like they act hard, but as soon as he get in the room with them, like, hey, you gonna do either one or two things. You either gonna fight or you gonna give it that booty. Which one you want to do? I like it the hard way.
Pause. Now hang on. Stay with me, sir. How often do you watch Fleece Johnson videos? I just saw this one clip and I said, oh God, I don't want to see that. I went outside in the back. I went outside in the backyard and I made sure that my squirrels were set up and I hit the record camera, came back inside and I said, oh God, I might as well just hear what he's saying. How often do you watch Fleece Johnson videos?
Just when they pop up on World Star, and then of course the algorithm with Facebook and everything. You got friends reposting the videos and stuff. I got a couple of homies that went to jail. And they, I don't know, for some odd reason they get fascinated with those videos. They post it every chance they get. So, and I'll be like, yo, what was you into, my nigga? Like up here posting all Fleece Johnson stuff, but.
Okay.
Yeah, just to hear hear that nasty stuff like he be going in on. I'm like, oh man, like that's why I never want to step foot in jail, bro. I couldn't do it.
You said you have a lot of friends that go to the penitentiary or associates. I want to be respectful.
Well, let me rephrase that. I had a lot of like a lot of homies back in the day that went to jail.
Okay.
you know, I had a couple of uncles that was in and out of prison systems, you know. I had one uncle who passed away. He used to tell me stories. He didn't ever since when he came out, he wasn't right in the head. So, and the medication they was
giving. You ever send a nigga money or a care package when they're locked up?
One of my little homies was locked up. He had one of the big homies. We used to call him Green Eyes. You know, he called me Collect. He was like, you know, he's like, yo, you know, the homie in here. Can you put
sir, can you answer the question? Can you answer? Have you ever sent a homie, a nigga, your friend, money or a care package in the penitentiary?
Yeah, I put money on their books. Yeah.
I have never, ever sent a nigga a dime when he's in the penitentiary. I have never, ever accepted a collect call from a nigga in the penitentiary.
I know you said that before. You reiterate.
Niggas, handle your handle. Get yourself a boyfriend. Hey. Holler at me whenever you come back out in the world. Get to pimping. Do strong arm somebody. Don't call me to put shit on your book.
Holler at me when you come out a changed man, if you change.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Look, man, I appreciate
all right, but
are you born and raised in Trenton, New Jersey?
Yeah, moved around a lot, you know, but Trenton, you know, I can say it's the home. Some people. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I mean, I ain't gonna say I'm proud of it, but
I was about to say
it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, listen, man.
Yeah. I know how you feel. Trust me.
I appreciate the call, but I hope that you make it out of there, man. I mean, it's always been a hellhole. I mean,
No. I'm not in Trenton now. I'm in PA.
Okay.
I've been left Trenton. You know, I was in and out of Trenton. You know, I still got family out there, but you know, I'm like I said, in a way, I'm not proud of being from Trenton, but sir. You know, it is what it is. It was what it was.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
That's why I got up out.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Whew, Trenton. Shithole, huh? Guys, can I go left for a second? Hold on a second. Live chat. This is a question I don't know the answer to. When did makeup become such a big thing? Because I was watching a couple of videos from the early to mid 90s, Freaknik to be precise, right? In Atlanta. And I noticed that most of the girls, maybe over 90%, did not have makeup on. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Just natural fucking beauty. When did all this foundation and concealer and all this other shit become such a big goddamn business? Am I crazy? And I said, wow, look at these women just naturally fucking beauty. And today, oh my God, these girls of all ethnicities with the fucking lace fronts, they're wearing helmets now. Did social media usher in that whole makeup thing? Because they started, being able to be entrepreneurs, so they're selling makeup to each other. They're convincing us, you, and them. Okay, hang on a sec. Someone says, Star, you're not crazy. Who is that? Hold on a second. I have my contacts in. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm not crazy. What the fuck happened? These bitches got to put on all sorts of concealer now and something with the goddamn exfoliation and all sorts of shit. They look crazy. Goddamn crazy. Area code 864. This is a very sloppy show. Letting you know right now. Do you see the title? 864. Did Michael Jackson kick the shit out of Tupac, throw him down some stairs, stomp on that nigga's head, and give him a tune-up?
Street Bank TV checking in. You feel me?
What's going on with you, man? Yes, sir.
Check this out. I feel like if it did go down, Mike would have whooped Tupac's ass. You feel me?
Okay.
Now, there's a documentary out about Tupac, his time in Oklahoma. Oakland. Oakland. And they said Tupac had a strange fighting style. When he would get attacked, he would fall on his back and start kicking in the air.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Right. Which means he really couldn't fight. He couldn't stand man to man and face his opponent. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson had a pops, and I'm sure his pops was like teaching him all kinds of stances and moves and how to defend himself as a young man coming up in hardcore Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. Pac probably was being disrespectful, like most Black Panthers was doing against the Black Panther women.
Okay.
Historically told, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he probably did hear that and was like, yo, you got to chill out. And if Pac did swing, it probably was a swing, say to him getting his ass whipped. You feel me?
Well, according to Boo Capone, Tupac threw the first punch, he missed.
Right.
And then Michael grabbed him, put him on the ground and started working on him.
Yeah, you remember the bad video where Michael Jackson grabbed, I don't know if he grabbed Wesley, he grabbed somebody, he was just grabbing for him. He was like, you ain't bad, you ain't nothing. Mike was about that, man. You know what I'm saying? If it went down, I'm sure he handled his business.
Okay. Where you calling from, sir? Area code 864.
I just use that phone number, but I'm in Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Tupac was in Baltimore, I saw a video of him, and he was smiling, talking about, I'm a nice guy. These girls don't like nice guys. You ever seen that?
I seen that. Matter of fact, I seen Candace Owens make a spectacle out of Tupac in that interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I will say I agree with you about the whole makeup thing with these women. Not only do I agree with you about that, I mean, I'd be happy to see some women put some damn clothes on just a little bit on these social media platforms. You feel me?
So I'm just asking, maybe I've got it wrong, but I just, when you look at videos and things from back in the 70s, 80s, even the 90s, you don't see all of the makeup. And it's just like, it's become such a huge business. I mean, I get it. This is the land of capitalism, but it seems like at once upon a time, women didn't need all the makeup and they were better looking. Now you don't know what you get. You don't know if you don't know what you're dating. Go ahead.
Because it could be something else. Because the way they put the makeup on, old buddy could have that same makeup on and look like old girl. And you'd be like, well, goddamn, what the hell's going on here? You feel me?
Yeah.
So you got to be careful about that. You got to be careful about them the masks that the women be putting on these days.
Got you. All right, sir.
You feel me?
I appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
I salute you. I'm about to hit that cash app for you,
Thank
too.
You, sir. Salute. Thank you. Okay. Troll babies. Anybody see Casanova dancing behind Webster? And what's the girl's name? Chicken Noodle Soup. Is that Casanova? The gangster? The gorilla? What is that outfit he's with? Is that really him dancing in the background? Chicken Noodle Soup with a soda on the side. Oh my God. The hater misses nothing. Was that Casanova in the background? Who sent me that? Was that Blade? What is her name? I forget her name. Her mother was fine as shit. Oh, Redbone 2218. That was Casanova. And he's dancing. That nigga was damn near pop locking with a soda on his side. Hey, area code 313. Late night. Are you there? 2 topics on the team.
What up, though?
Yes, sir. What up, though?
What up, though, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you, man? Shaq, we're shaking.
Cool and cool.
Okay.
What's that cat?
I wanted to talk about.
Can you turn that down in the background? So you got the BET on or something. I want to hear what you're saying.
My bad. That was you on YouTube. My bad.
Okay. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to talk about Remy Ma issue.
Yeah, let me put that on the screen, man. She's talking hella crazy as she's driving up on the gram, giving niggas warnings, talking about it's above my head now, and the bosses running down. Go ahead.
She hurt because the rap battle community getting on her head. She can't take the jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We ain't worried about Remy Ma though. She ain't on nothing. But I just called to shout you out, Star, long time listener.
Well, hang on a second. Is Chrome 23 still popping? I mean, I work with battle rappers behind the scenes, but I don't hear too much about Chrome 23. What's going on with that?
She haven't put out no battles in a minute, to be honest. She haven't even been putting out no battles since all this started with her allegedly cheating on Papoose.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson ain't fucking with Tupac with the hands. He ain't fucking with Tupac.
I need you to watch the F-bomb, sir, if you haven't sent it a donation. Now, hang on a second. I got sources here, man. Tommy Too Smooth and Boo Kapone said he was right there. Said he duffed the nigga out.
Oh, if Boo Kapone was right there, I wasn't there, so I can't really call it.
Boo Kapone said Mo Preem was there and a couple other did he say Big Psych Troll Babies? Was Big Psych there? I think he said Big Psych was there.
Big Psych was there, yeah. Well, they got confirmation right there. I wasn't there. I'm born in '93, so I wasn't there. So
Boo Kapone said Big Psych was there. Mo Preem was there. I mean, come on, man. I don't think Boo Kapone would lie on Big Psych's name. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Big Psych. Once you said Boo Kapone was there and he seen it, and Big Psych, and he confirmed other people was there. Yeah, I'm just a Tupac fan. I'm a Michael Jackson fan too. Well, I'm not a fan of nobody like you. I'm a supporter of both of them, but yeah, I agree with you.
Well, I mean,
I appreciate.
No, you don't have to agree with me. I'm just putting it out there. If you feel different, you're more than welcome to say so. You're from where? I'm
from Detroit, East Side Detroit.
Okay. Well, listen, man, that's what I'm going with until somebody says different. But I appreciate you tapping in.
I'm about to send that cash up.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah, I'm about to. Hi, Shawnee. Is it Shawnee? Okay, thank you, darling, for your donation. She says, Star, that's an old clip with Kim Kardashian. Baby, I know. I know it's old. I said I was lying in my bed, scrolling maybe 3 o'clock in the morning just for like 10 minutes. I woke up, from that good ass sleep. And I saw this older clip on Instagram. Kim Kardashian went up the corridor and slapped the shit out of her sister. Pow! And it was like a loud ass smack. And then she backed up, and then Chloe was there. Oh my God, stop. And then she said, I think Courtney said, don't you ever dig your nails into me. Courtney, yes? Courtney. What did I say? Yes, Courtney. And Chloe was trying to break it up. But thank you, darling. I just, shoosh. Blade, I got you other donation. Hold on, guys. That nigga Casanova is where he belongs. Okay. Blade, who sent me that video? Listen, thank you. I want you guys to know when you send me videos, I appreciate it. I live the life of a 60-year-old man. I work on my classic cars. I I live on the beach. I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. I have a on and off again girlfriend 40 miles away. So I got time for the bullshit. Thank you for sending me the bullshit videos. Q, I got your donation. Mike Jack was a real nigga. He caught bodies in Gary. Okay, thank you, sir. 713. Is that my nigga? Nigga.
My nigga.
Nigga.
I had to get in on this fuck shit. Because I saw the Casanova video you talking about a while ago.
Was that him?
That boy
was that him?
That boy was pussy popping, dog.
Yeah, he was.
It did to us. So I'm like, nigga, ain't you in jail? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, he was pussy.
Why, my nigga? Him and Lil J from Chicago, when Lil J had the nigga sitting on his lap and on tape.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, these niggas, man. You got to question these niggas that be in jail so long, dog. That's why I said, I wonder if Fleece Johnson going to start naming names. He's going to be worse than Diddy if it really go down. You know what I'm talking about?
Hang on a second. Young B, that's her name. Yeah, Young B. And Webstar. I met Webstar. Young B. Was that the Apollo? She was getting it. Chicken noodle soup with it. And then you had Casanova. Yeah, he was
he was bussy bopping too.
It was bussy bopping, but that was him. Was that him?
Yeah, that was that nigga.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it myself. I'm like, that was a while ago, but man, he was doing it. I'm like, nigga, why you doing that behind jail, my nigga?
No, this was before he got on. This was back in the days when that song came out.
Yeah, but he was doing it in jail too.
Well, I don't know that to be true, man. Come on.
Yeah, but you know, any nigga that like going to jail, they always suspect to me, nigga.
The song came out in 2006. Chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. It was a monster fucking hit. My nigga Webstar. Okay.
Yeah, I hated that damn song.
Oh, that shit was fire. Stop it, man. Stop it.
They had a big ass flatback up there in the front dancing off of it. I'm like, goddamn. I knew what they were pushing. And then Fleece Johnson come out here with that. If Fleece Johnson released a book with names in it, a whole lot of these niggas would be in it, dog. I'm just saying.
Well, now hold on.
What if he?
Hold on. Is he coming with a book?
Man, I don't know if he already did a book or about to do one, but I think he's lining himself up to get a book because he started telling niggas, and then I think if they don't pay him, he's gonna be like the Gene Deal of this. He gonna tell on everybody, dog. I'm talking about you think that old ass flatbacker is not finna tell everything? I'm like, he ain't got nothing to lose. Think about it. That old ass man, that nigga so old he ain't got nothing to lose, and he's not scared of nobody. Think about it.
Well, listen, I just found the video to be utterly disgusting, but I want to make sure I'm promoting him. Hustler Spirit on YouTube. That's what Fleece Johnson. That's what he gets it in. Hustler Spirit. Yeah. Salute to that channel. I spoke to that guy. Go ahead.
Just when you think he can't get no farther with it, he always drop another one. I'm like, I don't think nobody really want to play with Fleece Johnson. I don't care what he do, but I think the dude's still a killer, and he still would do what he's saying. You know what I'm talking about? I think did. And then as far as Remy Ma, dog, why are you issuing warnings over infidelity? Bitch, you was sitting up there with another nigga feeding him.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'd be damned if a bitch sit up and goddamn be on video at any restaurant, goddamn it, with a nigga. God damn it. Are you crazy? Bitch, I'm not feeding you. Don't feed him. I hope both of you die dry mouth.
Was that Red Lobster? Where was that? I forget. Where was that when they were?
Wasn't that Red Lobster where they had them damn biscuits and shit?
I forget.
Man, I'll be damn, bitch. I'm like, you might as well have a sex tape. At least we can get money off it. But you ain't finna sit up here and be goddamn eating with no nigga. Okay. God damn. That's just you coming in out. And then as far as Michael Jackson,
it's not
supposedly
put hands on Tupac, according to Boo Kapone and Tommy Too Smooth. Your thoughts, Houston, please.
It's not far-fetched because Pac never fought one-on-one. He was always with a pack of niggas.
Yeah, jumping people.
Yeah, shit, that nigga, shit, before he died, he was with a bunch of niggas before they took his head off. I'm just saying.
Shit. Yeah.
Like, shit.
Mike had to fight Jermaine, had to fight Randy, had to fight Tito, had to fight Jackie and Joe, had to fight all these niggas.
Man, he had to fight Joe and Tito, man. R.I.P. to Tito, goddamn.
Yeah.
Man, it's not far-fetched, though. Because a lot of people like, and then you brought up something else I heard when you said about the monkey. You said the animal is not that far from how the owner treats the animal. Yeah. And then everybody said when Mike was around that goddamn animal, that monkey was violent than a motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Am I lying about that? Because there's even niggas been in the studio with him and the monkey.
Yeah,
Mike, they tell stories.
Mike got rid of Bubbles before he died. I think he sent him down to Florida somewhere. Houston, I got to take other calls, man. Good to talk to you.
Okay, bet, man.
Yes,
Salute.
Salute. Okay. Folks, I have no proof. Let me be very careful. Any reports that Michael ever put hands on Janet? Pow! Bitch, go sit down. Mr. Skylar Saunders. Good morning, sir. Good to hear from you.
Yes, hello, sir. Good evening. Greetings.
Yeah, man. What's cracking? What's shaking? You've been going hard in the paint with the whole Diddy is innocent series, yes?
Absolutely. The current video that I sent you was about a woman that said she was violated with remote TV control. Mm-hmm. She said that she was given a substance.
Don't promote it too much in terms of being graphic, but just she's made some claims.
She made claims, allegations. It's all allegations. It just adds to the mounting amount of lawsuits that are filed. From what I understand, I probably asked you. I tried to look for the best I could myself. But this is a civil case, not a criminal case, even though it was rape involved. Is that correct? Because of statute of limitations?
Alleged.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. So she is still claiming she's saying that a bodyguard allegedly was part of the whole situation as well. So
do we have a name?
She's trying to implicate.
Do we have a name?
Oh, was it? I think it's in my story. I can't remember the name of the guy, but she was trying to implicate.
Well, now, again, you've done what are you up to? Like number 9 or 10?
I'm on. My next one will be 13.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And this isn't even like since his first he came in. This is just it would probably be up to 20 or so. Probably if it was if a wise man didn't say, why don't you start?
What's that?
Why don't you start using Diddy? And I said, all right. The wise man wearing a Steelers cap right now.
A wise man recommended to you that you start doing videos. Diddy is innocent. That's what you're saying, yes?
Exactly. And I'm eating off of this. I'm eating off his carcass.
As you should be. Now, hang on a second. Here's another angle I want to give you.
Okay.
I am almost positive. I haven't done the research, but Diddy's homes are not in his name. When you reach a certain level of wealth or even riches, you put your homes in a trust, and they are protected from lawsuits. He's got that mansion down in Florida. There is nothing that's going to take that mansion in Florida. Florida is one of those states where even if you owe the IRS, they can't take the home. So I'm sure that home is in a trust. He is going to file for bankruptcy. I'm not sure whether it's Chapter 11 or Chapter 13. He will pull the trigger on that. And I don't know for certain, but he might have insurance in terms of lawsuits.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah. He also has a home in Los Angeles, and I think he has a flat, like a apartment in New York.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So and you're saying like Florida is just like everything from stand your ground to the insurance companies, because they always get hit with hurricanes and stuff like that. So they definitely have various claims on different property.
But the insurance I'm talking about with regards to any type of sexual encounter or a
right,
something like that. That's different. Lloyd's of London decades ago used to give David Lee Roth insurance, lead singer of Van Halen, when they went on tour, and he was slinging cock all around the places. He would get girls to sign. If they got pregnant, they could get no more than like $20,000 from Lloyd's of London. You ever heard of Lloyd's of London?
I heard of Lloyd's of London. I didn't investigate them. I didn't research them too much, but I have heard the name. But let me ask you this question: how much validity does that have? Does that have validity? And if you want to do that,
here's the thing. You see, the propaganda that they're pushing on us, and I'm not saying it doesn't have merit, but they're trying to totally destroy this man so much to the point where he's broken. He's a narcissist like myself.
Yes.
Yeah. You didn't make me, so you can't break me. However,
true.
He does business very differently from how I do business. And I would assume that, I could be wrong, that people who came to his parties signed something upon entering the party. Some type of acknowledgement that they release him from any and all wrongdoing, right? You remember the term I used to tell you?
Hold on. Start it off.
Indemnification clause.
Indemnification. I wouldn't have got that, but thank you.
Meaning, even if they don't sign something, upon entering into the freak off, there's somebody there with a camera that says, "Do you indemnify Sean Combs, his enterprises, yada yada yada?" And all you have to simply say is yes. Then you come in, or you upon giving up your phone, because from what I remember, you could not bring a phone into his freak offs. Yes, no.
I heard that. Yes, yeah. They're not confiscated, but I think they're setting some kind of like locker or something.
Willingly surrender your mobile device.
Right.
And upon surrendering that device, you indemnify Mr. Combs, his affiliates, his associates, yada yada yada. So the lawsuits, even though they're mounting, he has asked for the names of the people who have been filing the lawsuits. Did you know that recently? This week? Past week?
I did not know that, no.
Do you know why he's requesting their names?
I would say because
it's very easy. Very easy.
Not for me. I'm a dumb dropout from community college.
So that he can countersue them.
Okay.
You indemnified me, you piece of shit. You came in here willingly, willing to do drugs and drop on all fours and take it, deep in your anal cavity. And now you sue me. Here's a goddamn counselor. Anyway, promote your platform, man, before you go.
Okay. Yeah. I just did a video. I didn't care how many. I knew I wasn't going to get any views for this, but it's a very interesting subject. The Internet Archive has been hacked. That it carries almost 1 trillion websites from every corner of the web. Okay. It was hacked, and people, going back and forth and saying stuff. So I just did hour and a half, I think it was, about that. So I thought it was interesting.
Nice. Great to talk to you, Scholar. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Take care.
Indemnification clause, for those of you who have never heard me mention that before. Anytime you host an event or you make an appearance or do a walkthrough, make sure that the promoter and the club indemnify you. If there's a shooting, if there's a fire, if somebody trips and breaks their heel and cracks their fucking kneecap, they have indemnified you, meaning they have released you from any and all claims. All right. Hey, Terry, I got your email. Thank you so much. Yeah, umbrella insurance. Well, I'm sure his insurance is a lot more detailed, but thank you so much. What's going on with James Harden, guys? I can't click on a bunch of links right now. I'm here to talk. It's Saturday morning. Let's keep talking. Come on. Guys, let me put my Zelle information back on the screen. For the next 3 days, if you use Zelle, you can get 50% off on 30-day promo. There's the Zelle information, okay? If you have received an email from Amy, Dees, or anybody, if you use Zelle, you can get 50% off on a 30-day promo package, all right? Let's go to area code 202. Late night, good morning. We're talking about did Michael Jackson put hands on Tupac? Are you there? 202.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How are you?
Yeah, I certainly hope he did. I find Tupac's whole persona to be very manufactured. I have my issues with Michael Jackson as well. But I think if Michael Jackson did beat him up, he did the world a great service.
Okay. Well, whatever happened, it happened very quickly because, they did pull them apart or pull Michael Jackson off of him. And these are what the reports are saying. I mean, it makes sense to me that people from Tupac's camp would not talk about this, but I don't have any proof. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know much about Tupac's camp. I guess it'd be Suge Knight and a couple of his other friends, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Tupac, king of lies and very mid music. And the king of identity crisis. So I'd have to say I'm rocking with Mike on this one.
Well, Michael Jackson had a well-known connection to the Crips since the 70s. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There's video footage. There's pictures of him holding up the C. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's that's crazy.
It's layered. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily fond of gang life, no matter who's involved. But Michael Jackson definitely a better.
Is this Aaron? Is this Aaron?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so, man? I'm sitting here sipping wine. I don't know who the fuck I was talking to. What's cracking, man?
Yeah. It's me. How are you?
Good to hear from you,
How are
man.
you?
Good to hear from you.
Yeah, good to hear from you too. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Tupac, so anybody beating him up, not the biggest fan of Mike either. I think Mike made a lot of good music. I personally, I'm a fan of Joe. I think Joe was a great father, regardless of any media slander that they try to put on him. If it wasn't for Joe, Mike would be bagging groceries in Gary or operating a forklift if it wasn't for Joe's guidance and direction. And I agree. Mike, and Mike strayed from that. He strayed from his, from the reality that his father gave to him and got addicted to drugs and hating himself, but even through all of that, he still made the best music. I mean, some of the best music we've ever heard came from Mike. So Tupac, on the other hand, I think that this is a true story. I mean, Tupac has been beat up throughout his entire life, you know, whether it was getting shot outside of New York studios or whatever may have happened to him in prison or whatnot. But, you know, Tupac is just not the biggest fan of him at all.
I want to jump in for a second, Aaron. I don't think Michael Jackson hated himself. I think Michael Jackson realized his impact, his importance, and he modified himself to transcend generations and to become what was needed, you know, to appeal to the masses. I don't think he hated himself at all.
Yeah, I think when you reach that level,
yeah,
when you reach the level of those, like when you reach those heights, right? I think he had a Richie Rich complex. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Richie Rich, but Richie Rich.
I did.
Yeah, Rich.
Very familiar with Richie Rich.
Yeah, he got so rich that he wanted to be regular.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody, I was always told, well, you know, Michael didn't have a childhood and that's why he, you know, he was doing all these crazy things. But who really wants a childhood or when they could be rich and be the king of pop? That's the best thing you could have done with your childhood.
Let me jump in. I don't know. We're just having a conversation. Michael Jackson was a very smart guy. He had a very, very deep understanding of history. I mean, him and his brothers came up in the 70s, and they went through not being able to perform at certain arenas when they were with Motown, traveling with the Motown artists. And I remember Diana Ross speaking about this, Smokey Robinson, and others. So it wasn't like he was just some whitewashed person. You know, he realized he had a firm understanding. He was very proud to be black. And, you know, when he had that whole riff with Tommy Mottola and he put out that song, remember that song? They don't care about what?
Us.
Yes. So regardless of what you may have thought he was never on that goofy ass Oprah shit, you know. I just want to say that. But go ahead.
But there were some things that I did find to be strange. You know, and not that I'm saying that he did anything, because I don't like to throw those accusations around. But I do find the amusement park to be a little different. I do think that he's a very eccentric guy. And even, you know, the documentary I remember watching, I think was a little kid at this, when this happened with these two kids. I just find it to be even dangling the baby off all of these things, but
blanket. He was dangling blanket over the balcony.
Yeah. Nevertheless, of what he did, I have never reached those heights. You know, and
you never will. Let's be clear.
Yeah,
you never.
Yeah,
will.
So never will. So unless, you know, the Star Report goes viral again tonight. So
you will never,
say,
ever in your life experience the magnitude of success of Michael Jackson. Okay.
Ever.
So, let me ask you a question, because you and I have spoken before. Who is your favorite artist or group? That's a question that sometimes can define a person's taste or their scope, you know? Who is your favorite artist or group?
It's undoubtedly Drake.
Wow. Wow.
Drake's music is perfection to me.
Wow.
You know, I think Drake is the closest thing I've ever seen. You know, I wasn't around for Michael Jackson, but I would have to say it's Drake.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd say it's Drake. So
slow down.
Yeah,
slow down. I want to ask you this again. Your favorite artist that defines who you are. You saying Drake?
It would still be Drake.
Would it be fair to say, even though his music is banging, would it be fair to say that Drake is a poser? Do you know that term, poser?
Yeah, I know the term.
You grew up around white boys like me. A poser is someone who never lived that life. They can rap about it, they can sing about it, but they never truly experienced what they're talking about. Oh, he knows about the money and the bitches, but deep down inside, Drake is a trick. Slinging raw dick, getting bitches pregnant, paying for abortions. Yeah. So you identify with that trick from Canada? That's your favorite artist.
Absolutely. I think that if I may
please
speak, you know, there are people that identify with Tupac, a convicted rapist. I mean, there's people that identify. All of these rappers have clouded history, all of them. And we're seeing this clouded history unravel in front of us right now from people that allegedly did things for 20 or 30 years. And now there's people coming out with accusations of things that they had done. And the reason why I like Drake is because I think that all that gangster stuff is fake. I think that rappers are just talkers. These are guys, these aren't tough guys. These are people that get on a track and talk for a living. And then they got the nerve to want to claim a culture. When you're speaking a white man's language, you're using white man's instruments, you drape yourself in the white man's clothes, and then you got the nerve to say you got a culture behind that? Come on, man. I think that rap is, I think the people before Drake were the biggest posers out there. I think, you know, people, you know, NWA, I think they were posers. If you guys were really about that action, then you would have done something to the police instead of begging for sympathy. So those are my thoughts on what Drake is. And the reason why Drake is big is because he's palatable to people who consume this music. Okay, the people in the ghetto with their eating their ramen noodles on Section 8, they don't consume this music. And, you know, they don't have an experience that most people, especially people with money in the suburbs, can relate to. And honestly,
I got to jump in because we've gone way off track. It's always good to talk to you. They don't have to consume it. They create it. They consume it.
No, they don't.
Well,
they don't create anything.
Hang on. They create it for the consumer. So they don't necessarily have to, you know, refurbish, if you will. But hey, man, I appreciate you chiming in. Anything with regards to Remy Ma, or do you not care? She's issued a warning.
It's just funny that I heard you say earlier that you were older, so you don't like to promote this kind of stuff. But she's old too. She's old too. She's aging gracefully, by the way, right? But I think she's a little bit too old. This is that rap culture crap I'm talking about. She's a little bit too old to be participating in this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so she needs to make another track with Fat Joe and catch lightning in a bottle again.
Yeah.
So, but
I don't think that's going to happen. But hey, man, great to talk to you.
Yeah.
I got to get back to the topic. Good to talk to you.
Yep. All right.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay. All right.
Good guy. He calls in. I let him talk, you know. You guys can talk as well. This topic has turned out to be somewhat of a good discussion for us, you know. Boo Kapone and Tommy Too Smooth. These are the guys who said that Michael Jackson put hands on Tupac. I believe it. David D. Cordova got your donation. Hold on a second. Ex-Diddy producer. Oh, wow. Is this on your channel, David? Guys, let me check Cash App. I thank you for your support. Your Cash App donations and PayPal are tax deductible. Hold on. Hey, Maria. Thank you, darling. Okay, Born Divine, I got your donation. Thank you so much. He says, teaching the truth to the youth. Thank you, sir. Well, a lot of my teachings are by way of trial and error, you know. I should have went to college. My parents had the money. I just chose a different path. Richard says, Bubbles got his get back at the end. Lee, I got your donation. Lee says, just feeding the machine. BX in the building. Thank you, sir. The Real Rico Mercado got your donation. Thank you, sir. Okay. Big Meats will pull up next. Squirrel Party. Sean, I got your donation. Hold on a second. Dave flipped Lord Jamar. Made him apologize. Whoa, get out of here. What are you talking about? Can you send me a link, sir? Made Lord Jamar apologize. I'm not the speed. He was just on Piers Morgan. Him and Mark Lamont Hill and Candace Owens. Area code 312. We've gone off the rails a bit. Are you there? Saturday morning, 312. Yes, no, maybe?
Yes. Yes, Star, here I am.
How are you, sir?
Can you hear me good?
Yes, sir, loud and clear. What do you want to start?
Hey, Star, how are you? I just wanted to chime in real quick about the Michael Jackson, Tupac thing. Listen, those are two of my favorites.
Okay.
And also two of the people that I never compare to anybody else.
Okay.
If you understand what I'm saying. Like, as far as Michael Jackson in his respective category, the king of pop, no one compares to him. Tupac, when people like on Drink Champs, can I say that? I'm not trying to promote anybody else, but
sure, go ahead.
You know, Drink Champs, and they do this Michael Jackson or Prince or this or that. Nobody compares to Michael Jackson. Okay, there's no comparison.
Well,
and in hip hop, there's nobody that compares to Tupac. He's a different type of artist.
Okay.
So I'm glad you're having this discussion because, I mean, I'm not really completely up to speed. I've been listening to the show since you started, but I'm not completely up to speed. But I want to say something about Michael Jackson. I live in Chicago. I'm born and raised in Chicago.
Okay.
I was raised good like you. My mom struggled, but she raised me in the Gold Coast, Lincoln Park, you know, the good part of town, you know.
Well, I didn't struggle, sir, so you weren't raised like me, but go ahead. I know what you're talking about.
No, of course, not like you, but I'm just saying I was raised around a different part of the Chicago stereotype.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
Go ahead.
Okay, but my father is moved from Memphis, Tennessee to Gary, Indiana.
Okay.
Now, what you got to understand about Gary, Indiana, it's desolate. It's completely desolate. So if you got to shoot a fade with somebody, the police ain't coming for a long time.
Right.
If somebody called the cops because they far away. It's like one house is right here, and the other house, your neighbor, is about a mile and a half away.
Yeah, we've already gone through that. Michael Jackson having to, you know, more than likely fight his older brothers or even having to defend himself. So we've gone through that. But now, we've got some sources here, and Boo Kapone gave details. So how do you feel with this information? If it is true, does it affect your liking either one of them any less, any more? That's what we are now.
It does. No, it does. It does not. However, I do think that Michael Jackson giving Tupac a fade is not unreasonable to think, because here's the thing.
It's not unreasonable.
Because here's the thing. That's why I started with the Gary, Indiana. You gonna shoot fades if you grew up in Gary, Indiana. Even now, you're going to shoot fades and get some hands upon yourself. And you got us Midwesterners, we have a certain type of skin, man. Now, so I can see that totally happening. Now, here's the thing about that. I could also see it happening in Michael's favor, because Tupac is like, if Michael come at you with some ruckus, and then you like, man, if I hit him, I'm not gonna be able to do a song with him. You feel me? So he's probably not on his square like that, because it's Michael. You're not Michael, man.
You are not Michael Tupac, and I love Tupac, but in his respective genre, he is the king, like Michael.
Sir, can I jump in with all due respect? How old are you?
45.
What type of narcotic do you do on an occasion?
I don't do narcotics no more.
You stopped?
A long time ago. I was on the same shit she was on, so let's not even get into that.
I'm just asking because the devil knows its own. I heard you talking, and then you kind of hesitated, and then you were trying to finish your point. You're 45, you say?
Yes, sir.
Have you gotten checked out for a possible dementia or Parkinson's disease?
No.
Why'd you stop, and what age did you stop?
Oh man, I mean, Star, I'm a musician, so it comes to the territory. You hear that? That's what I'm doing right now.
It sounds out of tune, sir. Sir, it sounds out of tune. You know that, right?
It is. Well, yeah. I had a couple of illegal immigrants come in and work on my crib, and they took my guitar off my wall and then busted a couple of my strings. So I had to replace strings. So yeah. So my E string, I have like three E strings on my top strings. You understand what I'm saying? You're a bass player. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah.
Can you play something for us now? Can you tune that baby up? I got time, man. It's Saturday morning. What can you play for us?
Let me see. Can you hear that?
Did you do it in request? In request?
What's that now?
Do you do request?
I mean, to be honest with you, I usually work on my own music, but I can ear out anything.
Do you know any Oasis?
Do a request.
Oasis?
What's that now?
Oasis.
Oasis? No, I'm not doing nothing like that. Well, here, let me.
You know any Third Eye Blind?
What's up for you? Here you go.
Hang on. It sounds like Stevie Ray Vaughan. Sir. It sounds like Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yes, no? What's that? Sir?
I caught my get right for the night. Count my funds, call my wild out peace. We got.
Can I ask you to tune the guitar, sir? Take your time.
But all my dogs got truck in the street, nigga. All my dogs got pup in the street, nigga. All my bro. Should I continue or
can you tune it? I got time. Can you tune it? I wanna.
Did you just hear what I was doing?
I did.
I'm rapping and playing the guitar at the same time.
Was
I'm that nigga.
Was that Linkin Park or Stevie Ray Vaughan? What were you doing?
No, that's me. That's me.
Oh, that's an original. Me. Okay. Good. Tune it up real quick. Tune it.
Yeah,
tune it.
The Wild Onion People. My group was the Wild Onion People. We didn't really have the run out.
Sir, can you tune the guitar? I'm entertaining you.
Like I told you, Star, I have my classical guitar in my hand. These illegal immigrants is why I'm voting for Trump again. They came in the crib and they redid my bathroom and took my guitar off my wall.
Sir, never mind the illegal immigrants. Can you tune the guitar? You should be able to tune it. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second.
Man, Star, I'm gonna hit you back. But
no. Listen, we're doing good. Listen. Can you play?
No, Star. You try to play me. I know how you get down.
I'm letting you tune the guitar. I was about to ask you, can you play any Blue Oyster Cult?
It was harmonics.
Do you know Blue Oyster?
I just tuned the Star. I just tuned it with harmonics, but I see where you're going. You try to play me. I ain't gonna let you do that.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you.
I love you, though, bro.
All right.
Oh,
Salute.
Streets got no love.
Salute. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Is it me? You guys know Blue Oyster Cult? Big Elvis the Chef, I see you, sir, in the live chat. Oh, I was about to ask him if he knew Suspicious Minds by Elvis. Handsome Hustler, 88, he says, Cola sniffs out of Capri Sun straws. Pay attention. Nah, listen, man, just having fun. Asa says via Cash App, peekaboo, Aaron, we see you. Guys on the screen, youtube.com/@GoBobGo. That is a very, very interesting YouTube platform. Please go there. Tell him I sent you. Go Bob Go on YouTube. All right. Hang on a second. Who's calling in from area code 347? Saturday morning. We're talking.
Hi.
About, hey there. Who's this?
Hi, it's me. My name is Roxanne. I'm in Florida, but I'm originally from New York.
How are you, babes? Cracking.
So what are we talking about this evening?
We're talking about your name. Who named you Roxanne?
My parents. I've been covering the whole Diddy and everything.
No. Never mind Diddy right now. What year were you born?
I was born in 1972. I sound really young, and I was told I also look very young for my age. That's because I don't use birth control and liquor.
Well, I don't think you sound young, but I hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Where are you from?
Hell, can't you tell? I'm Satan.
You're what?
You sound like you smoke Cool 100s. What are you calling?
No, weed.
No. What type of hey. What type of narcotic are you doing? What are you doing?
Weed.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
No, I'm not. I'm weed. I tried most drugs and none of them agreed with me. Yeah. The only thing I could tolerate was weed.
You're doing weed now. You're doing weed now.
That's right.
What is your preference? What is your preference?
Marijuana. I tried heroin, and I was on the E train in New York in 2011. And the person that I was dating, he kept dipping into this bag, and I said, I want to try it. So I took a bump, and my head started touching my knee.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
And then, like 3 hours later, when we got home, I defecated on myself and I started vomiting. So I was like, heroin's not for me. I don't know how people use that every day. But he said that after you use it for a while, you develop a tolerance to it and you don't vomit. And I said, I don't know. After defecating, I don't want to find out on myself. That's another level of acceptance. You know, if you
are you in denial about being an escort? You in denial about that?
How did you know I used to do that? How could you know that? I didn't mention that.
The devil knows its own. Listen, I'm okay with.
Wow.
I'm okay with things, you know.
You sound. How could you know that?
You sound like you about that Skrilla. Where are you located now? What state?
Florida.
Yeah. Are you near the Clearwater area?
Orlando.
Yeah.
Pine Hills.
Yeah. You got a lot of crime out there, right? They call it Warlando in the area that you're in.
There's a lot of crime out here because there's no job market, and if there's no job market and the schools aren't really doing that well with the kids, when the kids grow up and they go out into the community, they're not prepared.
And you got niggers riding around with assault rifles, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And you're going to do what people normally do when they don't have money. They look into their own body and they start looking at their own self and how to make money, their immediate surroundings. So they go into the community and they try to make money off of the people immediately around them. Some people will prostitute, some people will sell drugs, some people will sell food, cigarettes. But basically, that's what people do when they don't have a way to make money. They go into their immediate circumference of their body.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they use their own body. Yeah.
Well, how long you plan on staying down there? I'm up in North Carolina, Emerald Isle to be exact.
Wow, I went to North Carolina. It was interesting. It was interesting. I was in escort back then,
I know.
and I was trying to see if you're smart. But I got out of that. But I'm talking about 11 years ago. So anyway, I got to North Carolina, and
listen to me, Roxanne. Roxanne, listen. Don't you be a quitter. There's money for you in Myrtle Beach.
Really?
Yeah. Myrtle Beach.
You
can get some.
I'm a certified nurse's assistant.
Listen. I'm talking about some real paper. You talk about nickel and dime shit. Myrtle Beach. Okay.
Doing what?
What we just spoke about. I'm listen. Holler at me behind the scenes.
Oh no, I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. Listen. You know why?
There's no such thing.
I didn't do that
There's
anymore.
no such thing as a retired prostitute. Stop it. Hey. I will accept you in your purest form. You understand?
What?
I will accept you, and only I will truly love you. Nobody else.
They all say that. They used to all say.
And I'll forgive you. You want to pray right now? You want to pray right now together?
Sure, let's pray.
Our Father,
who
art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name.
I have a hearing problem.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
You see that email address on the screen right there?
Let me go back to my tablet. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, there it is right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ho up.
Yes, sir.
Ho up or blow up. Okay. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Okay. Yeah.